Ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be... fuck. Didn't have my thing right. I be your reliably recalcitrant and refreshingly radical DM, Josh the Pirate. And it brings me more of a thrill than painting my buttocks with peanut butter and then mooning a lion to welcome ye to Corsair's Cove and me Humblewood world for more of midnight and madness. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the ravishing Rachel Fukar, the rakish Jack O'Brien, the recondite Dan Swelto, and the rambunctious Ro Ro. So let's talk about these lovely folk, shall we? We need definitions.
I'm sure mine suits me well today.
I think I know the rakish one.
Rakish is like dashing but slightly disreputable.
The best kind of dashing, yes.
Ravishing is defined literally as very beautiful. Dan paid me a couple of bucks for that one. Recondite, it's also true. Recondite, a subject that is little known. And I think I actually used it on Dan last time. I had R as the word as well. I'm just like, no,
this
is he is mysterious.
Ooh.
And the rambunctious, wild or disorderly, bro.
Uncontrollably exuberant.
I'll take that.
I prefer that one.
Yeah. And very you, I think. So, who the absolute heck are all of you rambunctious people? Dan, who the heck are you?
Oh, I'm first. Well, hello. I am Dan in the meat space, deep in the cyberspace. Welcome to this, whatever this is gonna happen. Just like this pen. Where is the ink? When will it die? Who knows? That's me.
Is this a salesman convention? Are you trying to sell me a pen?
Yeah.
What's happening?
What a mystery
Inspired
pen.
biro that still works.
For only a low price of 700 installments of $5.50.
How can I lose?
Easily.
I'm sold.
Schrodinger's ink pen.
Don't sell, bro. Rachel, who the heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, and I have a book. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I have a book that I wrote. It's called The Rings of Mars, and if you were to buy it, that would be really nifty. It's a sci-fi book. Yep, that's the pitch.
Cool.
Pitch
Bro.
complete.
Pitch complete. Bro, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro Ro. I'm a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can find me over on Instagram at Cradventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears, my many travel adventures, and upcoming projects for me and my rock star husband. Next up for me in Perth will be in May. You can see me on the Melville Theatre stage in Quiz, and I'm here on Mondays. So yeah.
Here you are. And Jackibus, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm going this accent because that is rakish in my head. My name is Jack, and I'm just thinking like Zorro, but a bad impression. Let's run this joke into the ground. I am a professional game master. You can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au, and you can also find me on all the socials and on Twitch as Jack Square Peg. We were doing a lovely game just now called Road Warden, where it's very D&D-esque, but it's a it's a text-based RPG where I can whisper sweet nothings in your ear because the microphone is really close to my face for most of that because it's lots of narration, and I talk to you like this, and that's where we're going to trail off.
Oh, you are the French whisperer now.
Oh.
I'm not sure I'm okay with it. Alrighty, and mesdames et messieurs, dames und herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. Yeah, and I think that like Pepe Le Pew is the definition of a rake as well. So
Love Pepe Le Pew.
It's awful. So, you can find me here running D&D on my channel, Corsair's Cove, which I run with my lovely lady wife. I've been doing it for quite a while now. This is the 99th Humblewood episode, which, big surprise, big fun, the 100th will be this Wednesday. Special 100th edition of the adventure. Big Viking Mitch, the Big Daddy Mitch, because he has just become a father his own self, which I love, will be rejoining us to reprise Nevermore, as will Matt Randall. Back to play Finian once again. Karen will be joining us as well to play Polyani, the pirate. And we have a new special guest, someone who's never appeared on this channel before. Nelderberry! Nelderberry from Wooden Forge will be joining us as well. Which leads me neatly into talking about Wooden Forge. Wooden Forge are the creators of WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, like this beautiful Dara Dice Keeper right here. You can see the Wooden Forge logo in it, all shiny and beautiful. And if you fancy getting yourself some beautiful stuff like that, or like this awesome coin that they made us, this is Corsair's Cove coin, one of which we will be giving away on Wednesday night. We actually got a little Corsair's Cove gift bag.
Am I allowed to win, or am I out of prize?
I don't know. I think that would be... You're not in the stream, I guess.
I'm not in the stream.
No. All right. Maybe.
On a somewhat related note, I claimed an NPC ages ago, and then I did nothing with it. So maybe I'll message you after this and just go, hey, pop this in here if you're feeling spicy.
Yes.
It's gonna be... I dare you for it to be a rakish.
Rakish.
Oh my god, yes.
I mean, he could be a skunk in
It could be a skunk.
I'm open to anything.
Oh yes.
It's a map
Be a
edge.
skunk.
Who wants to go home with me?
I love it. They really are.
Nevermore will hate him too. I love that now.
Not the idea I had, but I love it.
Other things we've got coming up. Tomorrow night I will be back for Tactics Tuesday for more Wild Magic Surge table. We've done the mediums and the nuisances. Now we need to do the extreme stuff. So please join me tomorrow night. Bring your ideas, all your crazy big Wild Magic Surge options, to slot them into my 300 option Wild Magic Surge table. And on Thursday night, Karen and I will be back for more Dream Daddy Dad Dating Simulator, because it's really fun and things are getting a bit spicy. We're starting to be won over by Damien now, the vampire guy. The guy
he's great.
Victorian.
He's
He's
great.
lovely, and his sun is warming. I'm growing on the sun now.
Yeah.
Lucian is fucking funny. Like, he's a dropout burnout, but he's very funny. Like, he straight up tried to wall somebody. He tried to brick wall another child in a basement. He tried to, like, seal them in a brick wall. It was excellent.
There's actually a term for that, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, because it's from
Poe.
It's from an Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, yeah.
But it happened.
Or something.
It happened like in real life. It was like
Yes.
a fucked up thing that like people used to do.
Yeah,
like
because
some
of-
people would
because
choose
of
to
Poe.
do that.
I'm
Yes.
just picturing Mr. Burns failed
No, like
to do it. that's all.
pre-Poe.
Oh,
like
really?
in the they used to like it used to be like a like
man
certain
wine.
religious groups would do like a 10-year thing where they'd get walled in and you just like put food through the gap
Oh, right,
because
right.
they were being like on their own with their
With
god
their
or
faith.
whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right.
that.
Yeah, no, fuck
Yeah.
that.
I don't
Absolutely.
disagree.
Which leads us neatly on to Ukraine. The people of Ukraine are going through a bit of a rough time right now, as if they had been walled up in a cellar and being fed food through a tiny slot. It's a rubbish time, and we'd like to help them out. I mean, it's not very like that, because there's a war going on in their country that they didn't ask for, and they're doing okay, but things could be better. And there are over 11 million refugees have been generated by that war, so if you want to support those people, you can go to the Emergency Action Appeal and give them any of the spare pennies in your digital wallet, and it'd be bloody well awesome of you if you did. If you want to, however, support them a little bit more directly, you can go to the British Red Cross's appeal via the Dragon's Vault shop, and where if you purchase the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, all proceeds from the purchase of that go to the British Red Cross. One way or t'other, really cool, right? So it'd be glorious if you could hook them up, and if you can't, you don't have any spare, that's totally fine as well. Good on you, bloody champions. I must also remind our raucous, rampant, and possibly even radioactive audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials, like this.
Just giving off them good vibes.
We have the YouTube, where you can check out all 98 previous episodes of the Humblewood world that I have run. And we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us after the show. Ask us questions, ask me questions, get some of my homebrew shit. It's all up there. I'm not precious about it. So if you want to get in on it, get in on it. Scottish Psycom, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Scottish Psycom, you are the 601st follower of this channel, which is cool because it means that everybody has inspiration because we got over 600. Yay! And I'm being very nice because they're probably going to need it, and everybody gets to stack their inspiration.
What are you talking about? We're just going to have to fight a demi-lich without any of the weapons we were told to go and get?
It's an actual
Jack
lich, don't worry.
thinks it's a great idea.
That's what I said. Did you hear what I said? I said those words, and I meant them.
That it was a great idea?
Can you see me? I'm saying these words. You can tell I mean it.
He sounds so sincere. Isn't that the most sincere you've ever heard, Jack?
Very, very sincere.
I love that poor Josh is trying valiantly to keep us on track, and my brain is just not. Sorry.
No.
Derail this thing.
Ro is chaotic hungry tonight.
Every 5 seconds. I'm eating candy now. Why am I eating chocolate?
Yes. Get some red snakes in you. That'll help.
You're like a 12-year-old at 2 a.m. at a sleepover, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, we're trying to sleep.
Okay.
Sorry.
The music tonight is, with one exception, provided by Sirenscape. So check them out at sirenscape.com. They are very great. I think we need a bit of a recap for what happened last time. So, Rach, would you care to enlighten me, and I will play the one piece of music that isn't Sirenscape.
It would be my pleasure. Last week, we continued our conversation with the dragon in the fireplace. A lot of things were discussed, but here are the cliff notes. The Amber Temple contains a lot of knowledge. It's the site where Strahd made his original undeadening bargain, and he visits it regularly for some unknown reason. It is also currently home to a Lich. Overall, a very spooky and ominous temple. Smoothie and Trish are both open to the idea of cleansing it, preferably via arson. Also discussed were some of the undead knights living in the castle. We've got Vladimir, who we should avoid, who's hanging out on the 3rd floor, and Godfrey, who might help us, who is also hanging out on the 3rd floor. Very convenient. We said goodbye to the fireplace dragon and started to make our way upstairs. Smoothie and I, still on the same page, decided to strategize about checking for traps, while Selenox and Helvig did their best to loot the already picked clean castle. During this attempted looting, Pia had an impromptu family reunion with his cousin, Soot. Pia and Soot had a conversation, and Helvig did his best to translate, but he could only understand Pia, so it was very confusing for all involved. But eventually, we continue upstairs with Soot in tow. Upstairs, we find Godfrey, not Vladimir, which seems just, because this party could use a lucky break. Godfrey was in a meeting room with some other revenants, all of whom are inhabiting the bodies of conveniently nearby corpses, which is fantastic visuals there. After some back and forth with the undead knights, they agree to help us as best they can. But unfortunately, they can't leave the castle until their Dragon Lord's remains have been retrieved from Strahd's castle. They have with them, though, one almost knight who can leave the castle, and he offers to come with us. But we're going to need to gather our strength before we take on Strahd, so we decide to check out this Amber Temple first. Because damn it, if we can't kill a Lich, then we can't kill Strahd, so we might as well go kill this Lich. At the end of our conversation, Smoothie asks the knights about Old Barovia, before Strahd's evil reign, which is very bittersweet, and we all end up bonding over how nice butter is. Truly one of life's wonders, a dairy product worth fighting for. Anyway, let's get out of this spooky castle and kill something! But maybe a gnat first!
So what our lovely audience may not know is that Rach is an author.
Rach,
All hail.
right?
Yeah,
What?
no, she's been known to pen stuff.
Wait,
A dabble.
there's
That was-
no rings on Mars.
That's what we call a hook. Aren't you intrigued, Dan? Don't you want to know why?
Oh my god.
And you could learn it simply by purchasing the book.
And so I'm ashamed to say that when we were talking about this backstage a couple of weeks ago, I was like, hang on, one of the planets has rings, is it not Mars? And everyone was very polite going, Jack, no.
No, no doubt.
I mean,
Got a
more
couple
than
of
one
lovely
planet has
asteroid-like
rings,
moons,
I
but
think.
no
Absolutely
rings.
not. Giant gas giants only.
Okay, like I mean, everyone has a.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah, you guys are very kind about it.
but now you know.
Yeah, knowing is half the battle. The other half is violence.
That's true.
All right,
Violence.
glorious. Could be, sometimes. Well, mateys, may your cousins be friendly and all your supplies of buttered corn be unlimited as we head, tremulously at first and then with mounting anxiety and dread, into Barovia.
Yeah, anxiety and dread.
Woo! So, we return to Barovia and the ruins of Argynvostholt. Sir Godfrey and his companions have agreed to assist our heroes as much as they can, and Gwilym plans to take the party up to the Amber Temple, the haunt of the Lich Exthanthar. Exthanter. The party is shown to a large chamber hung with drapes and hangings on the walls. Unlike the rest of the place, it is as though the ravages of time have not touched it. Igor and the other knights shortly arrive with bales of straw for beds, and the adventurers and Gwilym appears shortly after with a tray bearing a selection of travel rations, which he has done his best to arrange like a tasting platter.
Cute.
There is, however, 4 goblets and a dark bottle of brown glass wrapped in wicker there as well, thickly stoppered with a cork. And Godfrey says, "We so rarely entertain guests, it is pleasant to recreate with those still among the living. Few would be able to socialize with the likes of us."
Yeah.
It can be worse.
Gwilym brings the tray around and offers you each a goblet. He has only brought 4. It does not appear that the knights intend to join you in the booze.
Poison.
But
That's poison.
So is this one of those things where you just watch us eat and drink?
eating is entirely redundant for us. I thought, seeing as there was only a single bottle, it would be wasteful, and it should be given to those who can actually enjoy it. Were I to drink it, it would taste like ash and soot.
Ah, that
I know.
sucks, man.
Yes, it does, yes. That's why we have any at all, to be honest. Otherwise, I'd be drinking a lot.
Fair. All right.
Not that we haven't tried, right, Igor? And Igor says, I can still taste it a little.
I admire your determination.
So it is, the bottle is unstoppered and a dark red liquid flows out of it. Not quite syrupy, but it has the viscosity of a thick port.
It's not
I mean,
blood, is it?
It is actually a port.
It is actually blood.
It's not to my knowledge. It is well cellared, but I believe still potable. It is port.
We were the most famous once upon a time for our wines.
Yes. This is actually not native to Barovia, though. This vintage.
Oh, really?
No. This is from a port far to the north of where Barovia used to be. I can't say exactly now.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, it would be rude to decline such generosity.
The writing on the bottle is not in Birdfolk, which would be common.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look familiar at all?
Trish, you can investigate if you like.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's why not.
It's definitely you've seen the language, but you don't speak it. Yeah.
Bottoms
like-
up.
Yeah, this could be any Humblefolk language. You think it's probably not a language native to the Humblewood, though.
Cheers.
It's quite pleasant. It's probably to use a wine snob term. It's drinking now. Like if it had been left another 6 months, this would be vinegar. Or it'd just no, because it's sweet. It would be too sweet to enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's pleasant enough.
Nice.
And the only thing you may notice, Smoothie, with your passive insight, you would notice these guys are like watching you. Like, is it nice?
Smoothie's going to
All 5 have stopped when you start drinking.
he sees this. Can he see where the glasses came from? Like, as in, like the shelf? Is it in the?
Oh no, it was brought up from downstairs.
Okay, then he will just simply say, "Guys, why don't you grab cups for yourselves? That way you can like stare a little,
Less
weirdly.
I mean, if you can't taste it, you could always have water just so you're drinking something.
But it's nice. It's sweet. Thank you."
You're welcome. And Igor says, "Please describe it more."
Okay. It's I'm no savant, but it's got a kind of, well, actually, I don't know port flavors that well. Someone want to take over?
Rose good at
Absolutely
port.
not. I'm not
good at port.
either.
Unfortunately, Selenox is not taste like.
Selenox
Okay,
is no sommelier either, so
I'll do my best then.
How funny would that be, actually? Selenox is just like, oh well.
Oh shit.
Sweetness gives me kind of like, it reminds me of honeycomb a little bit.
and there's a general like, you've seen this before. Everyone just go, fuck yeah. Oh,
Oh, the second hand is real.
apologies. Sorry, it's been a while.
No,
okay.
no. I'm certain it's rough. As he just sips, be thoroughly thinking that he is like weirdly blessed that the Arcana at the avium lets him eat and drink just fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. Is there anything any of you would like to say or do to these guys, with these guys, at these guys? Otherwise, we will just say that you have a pleasant couple of hours shooting the shit, talking about times and things and places that once were. They're a
He
little...
does have a question, but he
Yeah.
will wait until maybe a couple of people have petered off.
Sure.
So yeah.
When we're chatting, I'm going to ask about the road up there.
Willem says, yes. Do you have any warm clothing? It's not something that immediately occurred to me, but actually I remember that the living feel cold sometimes. It's a relatively easy path up, but it does go quite high. The weather up there is normally snow. You will probably want warm clothing, otherwise you may be impaired by it. But the path itself is simple enough. We made a point of it when the place was built.
Don't suppose you've got any scarves lying around?
And Willem looks around at the others and says, we may be able to scare you up a couple of some warmer clothing. It won't be particularly well kept, I'm afraid.
We're not that glamorous. We'll be right, mate. Thanks. And at some point, Selenox is gonna try and chat to Godfrey on his own ish, if possible.
Oh, sure. Yep. Yeah, sort of the weirdest dinner party you've ever seen. Like, there's 9 of you in this room, plus 2 little dragons. Pier and Soot are catching up. I am imagining them on either of Helvig's shoulders. like having a conversation like over his head, and Helvig is only catching one half of it. Helvig, if you want to, you can make me a concentration check to not listen.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, that is. I will do that.
La 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 la.
17.
You do. So after about a couple of
What do you
minutes
mean,
of
like running away from my responsibilities, I'm really good at that.
after a couple of
Shutting off
minutes,
my heart, yeah, pretty good.
Pia has basically been giving Soot a blow-by-blow of how he and you hooked up. And he gets to the, you're in the burned-out house on the plane of fire, and you're like, I'm good. And just, there's a click in your head, and you've just turned him off for a little while. And that is something you can now do. At will. You can just not listen to Pia if you want to.
Just like
Like
mute
turning off
here.
your hearing
It
aids.
is,
Yeah.
but
Unmute
it is
here.
a deliberate choice, so you have to be aware to turn it back on again. So it's not overly difficult, Zelenox, to, after the first sort of hour or so, when everybody is sort of divulged into separate conversations. Igor and Smoothie are waxing lyrical on the benefits of corn and butter.
I'm gonna tell them about everything I experienced as someone who visited the wood for the first time. Because I imagine, I don't know if they even went anywhere else, but like, oh, well, and they had like daytime rituals, and everyone was going crazy and singing Ardea, and it was nuts.
Yeah. That is actually a lot of what they want to know. Like, after vicariously enjoying food for the first time in centuries, these guys really were like, what's going on? How is the world beyond
What's
here?
the goss?
Is it actually all this awful? Does turn undead work on vampires? Interesting question, Arcane Skullduggery.
Only one way to find out.
Depends on the vampire. Like a lot of undead, depends on the undead. For example, at one point in the conversation, Smoothie, it will become when they figure out you're a cleric specifically. Igor would tell you, word to the wise, actually. Your ability turn undead.
Yeah.
Don't try that on a revenant. Won't work.
Okay. Good note. Good note.
So yeah, and it depends on the undead. Revenants are quite hardcore, actually. And now you're allied with one. I can give you an idea of just how hardcore.
I'm enjoying that they're sitting in a room drinking with us instead of trying to kill us. So that's all good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like 6 of them would actually have been a challenge. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't pleased when we came into a whole room of them, but
base
turned
stats.
out all right.
Base stats 134 hit points.
Ooh,
I've Gwilym isn't as tough because he's not a full knight. But and they're resistant to a bunch of stuff too. They also have some
Trish,
beastly saving throws. So, but they're on your side now, so it's all good. They also actually regenerate.
For now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm about to piss one of them off. Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, I might not.
Selenox, you manage to sort of shrive Jeffrey off to have a private conversation with him. And Smoothie may overhear it, but nobody else would.
Fuck, is his name Godfrey or Jeffrey?
Godfrey, sorry, yes.
Yeah,
Raymond.
okay. I was like, I mean, it would be classic me getting the names wrong. I mean, character. It's not me. It's definitely Selenox. It's definitely me.
Nice,
Yeah.
Good choice, bro. Good choice.
Yeah.
Good character choice.
Very in character.
I mean, I lean into it, but
Very realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
so, Godfrey. Now that we're, I guess, allies, mates, whatever.
Cool.
I know that you don't feel particularly good about people taking shit out of your castle. So, interest of full disclosure, I may have. I didn't know you guys lived here, and I picked up this crossbow, and I was wondering if I could keep it. It's real nice. Please, sir.
Yes. That is fine. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. It is ornamental, but it is very nice. It's a well-made weapon. Yes, that's fine. Indeed, I can probably find you a better string for it if you fancy.
Oh, if you got one, that'd be awesome, mate.
Yes, I will. While you sleep, I shall find one and present it before you head off tomorrow.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Oh, you are doing us the favor, Zelenox. And we appreciate your assistance.
If you say so. You sure you won't try a drink?
He pauses and then takes the glass from you, and he's doing it clearly out of politeness. He says, he goes to drink from it, and then he stops, and he says, "Would you describe it as I drink?"
Smooth consistency. Tastes a bit like cherry chocolate.
And as he swallows, a small amount runs down his neck because there's a hole in his esophagus. But otherwise, yeah, he smiles and he says, "I know what Igor meant. I can almost taste it." Arcane Skullduggery, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
Glad to hear it, mate. Does it when you do this body switch thing, do you get your taste back for a while, or is that
If anything, it gets worse.
Oh, that sucks.
It depends on the freshness of the corpse.
Yeah, well, I thought real fresh one might have a better
2 or 3 iterations ago, I believe it was perhaps about 100 years ago, I could smell for a time. Not always the best, though, however, because a lot of us are fairly pungent.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but not sure you want that particular faculty around here, mate.
No.
But taste.
But when you haven't been able to for a long time, literally anything tastes or smells good. Yes, it is a particular hell that I wouldn't wish on anyone.
So what do you reckon after if you ever get this? Well, we're going to try getting a skull out. What does that mean for you guys after?
If you can free the skull, then you can free the mind. Well, as I understand it, Lorgargenvost will be able to return and free the rest of us from our malaise.
Does that mean passing on then, hey?
No, our vow is to defeat Strahd. Once Strahd is dead, only then can we pass on. That's why I can't die. Permanently, anyway. I have sworn a vow of vengeance upon Strahd. I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself in for when I did it, but to be clear, I don't regret my choice.
So what happens if we take out Strahd before we get your skull out?
Then I
Not
will
that I'm
fade.
holding my breath.
Then I and all of my brothers and allies will fade. If you can kill Strahd, then Barovia will return to where it's supposed to be, and we will die. And you will have my gratitude.
Yeah, must be a hell of a thing waiting that long for the end.
It's almost like I've died so many times. The pain is not that much. It's not a big deal. It's almost like it's taking all that time. What I would imagine would happen instantaneously for a normal death. For us, it is being dragged out. I still feel the cut that killed me. even though it's not on this form. I was born a raptor. Sorry, I was born a Gallus.
Well, this one suits you.
I don't mind it. It does suit.
But, well, I hope with all that time, I guess you have less unfinished shit, you would hope.
Yes. Oddly, if you are capable of continuing to do things, you do keep doing things. I enjoy painting.
Ah, cool. Nice hobby.
Yes. And he says, he would actually say, would you care to see some of my work?
Sure.
He takes you up onto the battlements on the 4th floor, and he has an easel set up there. He's not going to paint her. And he leans out over the balcony and asks you to hold it. He's like, I'm flying, Selenox. But he has painted the landscape looking down over, away from Berez. Berez is not visible in it, although from these battlements you can easily see Berez. The painting, however, is extremely dark. It's like he's painted it almost exclusively with black ink, and it's just shades of black.
Good.
But he has a good eye. It's just dark.
It's, you got a good eye for detail there. It looks good. Nice, shades. You, running low on colors, or is this
And then he
Boy.
gestures to the actual vista, which it's now coming up on sort of 7-8 o'clock at night. It's pretty dark, and you can see that actually no, he painted it probably at this time of night, and he was painting the darkness.
it doesn't look dark to me though.
Yeah, true. And he says, no, I paint what I see. I usually only come up at night. I don't have the eyes of a Strigg. I haven't ever, actually.
Well, you're not getting these ones, mate.
I hope not. Being female I hope you don't mind, would be odd.
Yeah, it is some days.
It's not unusual, but I actually have managed to dodge it thus far. We don't get a lot of picking. We don't get a lot of choice where the body is concerned.
Yeah, I imagine not. Well,
He said, anyway, shall we return? A few, half hour or so later, the rest of them have all sort of made their excuses and left you to sleep. And Gwilym is the last. And Gwilym says, regarding the temple, just something to think on, I suppose. Many have tried to rob the temple before. A few have even managed to escape with a trinket or two. I cannot be everywhere all at once, but the Lich and his servants do a fairly good job of keeping people out. There is much up there that could aid you in your quest, and I believe putting down the Lich would not be a bad thing. There are rooms up there piled high with treasure. The wizards were not discerning in what they collected. Knowledge? Yes. Wealth? Absolutely. Items of power? Dozens. No hyperbole. Dozens. But trust nothing. The wizards are wise. Or they were. And for the most part good. But they were also arrogant. And evidently unprepared for the amount of evil they had stockpiled. Anyway, I shall see you on the morrow. I hope these beds will suffice. They are, with the exception of Vladimir's, the nicest we have, and I wouldn't risk putting one of you in Vladimir's. So, you have you have a long rest.
I wanted to quickly chat with
Sure.
the fellow as well. Godfrey was his name, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll keep it short.
So populated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the leader. How would this go? Because I imagine he let's play with this. Like he was trying to find an appropriate time to say it and say it and say it, and he never found a shot. And then he goes to find him, and he goes, "Oh, this is awkward now," and he just kind of goes, I have a question. You're quite knowledgeable and know things from the before time.
Yes.
There's just been something on my mind. Were any of your crew before the cycle, Terran by any chance?
Actually, Brother Igor was.
I never really thought about this until recently. Do you... I suppose I should ask him, but... Do you ever wonder why there are representations for everyone except us?
How do you mean?
Well, I'm
Representations. Ah. You know there are other races.
Yeah.
Lack for Amaranthines as well.
I don't think he would, actually. I think Jack does, but I don't think he does.
Yeah. Then he would say, across the wider Eviden, there are many other races. Eluran, for example, there are lizard folk. None of them have dedicated deities. Though, it seems a little bit of a runner-up prize, but I recall a Nastorial that was a Terran. It is simply those that have so far attained that status.
Yeah, I know.
Ardea and Titan choose.
Anyway, I didn't want to say anything to your men, and you can feel to just kind of keep this to yourself if you think it's better for morale. But he's sorry that it took so long. I know you feel like he abandoned you, or at least your men do. The Night Father. All the Amaranthines, really. I heard them talk.
You have spoken with Titan.
Once. I just feel it. I think. I know that we're stuck, and I know that there isn't a whole lot they can do, but I think they're all sorry anyway.
It's probably not the most comforting thought to have, but the closest a Terran has ever come to being on a power level close to an Amaranthine would be Strahd.
That was what I was worried about.
I don't believe he is one. They would none of him. But he made his own semi-plane.
No, it's just no, I don't think they'd pick him, but I think he's ruined us.
Terrence.
I wouldn't pick us after this. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway.
The Night Father spoke to you. Came down and visited you specifically and spoke to you.
Slim Pickens, I guess.
In the Humblewood. Across the entire Everden. And he chose a son of Barovia.
Well, I'm one of the only people that can come back.
He didn't have to be the only one he spoke to, though.
Yeah.
I think you do your race a disservice, Smoothie. And very much yourself one.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I am not offended. But I feel in your place I would be.
Well,
I believe there is a path for redemption, but I also don't believe you need to tread it. You are taking steps to make this better. To fix what was broken. Those are the actions of a good man.
well, anyway, thank you for the pleasant company and all of that. We'll see you in the morning.
Yes. Sleep well. Very well. Anybody else, anything?
Yes.
Fuck.
Godfrey.
Alvic, do you want to talk to Godfrey?
No. He's too popular. No, I said like so and peered down to like have a chat, but I'm basically just gonna like do a little like play with my magic and some storytelling to tell like TLDR Humblewood.
You're doing a magic puppet show?
Yeah, with
Well,
like
yes.
with like my cantrips,
Yes.
my minor illusions and druid crafts.
Yeah. And Igor and the lads think it's amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
I don't know. It's an old pull, but Reign of Fire, that old Christian Bale movie, where he and Gerard Butler are acting out Star Wars for the children.
I need
It's
to
that.
find this movie now.
Oh, Reign of Fire,
it's great.
Dragons. It's awful, but it's quite good. It's Gerard Butler and Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey, almost unrecognizable Matthew McConaughey. Killing dragons, very fun.
Love it.
In post-apocalyptic England, dragon-based apocalypse. Not very often, not very common. Cool, excellent. Trish, did you just go to sleep?
Yes.
Excellent, thank
Yes,
you.
I did.
Shade.
All right. Smoothie.
Yeah, man.
Can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Oh, good.
Oh dear.
Straw's gonna be like, "What's up, fucker? It's me."
No.
14.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if I was supposed to pass or fail that, but well.
14 is like the worst you could possibly have rolled. Because it's not necessarily a pass or a fail. 14 is a very
It's
borderline
so
number.
Very vaguey. So,
Yeah.
Josh, whatever you think is more interesting, hit me with it.
I am going to burn Tony Karlstrom's inspiration from last
Uh-huh.
week
Uh-huh.
and
What
get
the
you to roll
fuck?
that again.
Okay.
Yo,
Ooh.
Am I not a
26.
merciful deity?
Whoa.
26. Karen's like, yeah, right. 26.
Yes, Karen, you got it.
You did it.
Speak
They
the
all
truth.
agree, Dan particularly.
You're
All
getting
right.
heckled. You're
I
getting
am.
heckled.
Make your voice heard, Karen.
Smoothie,
I'm
in
gonna send
your
Karen a
sleep.
sending name. Yes.
in your sleep,
Yes, mate.
you return to that glade where Titon met you.
Okay.
He is not there,
Hmm.
but the moon is glowing down from a cloudless sky.
Mm-hmm.
It is the moon, the half, not even half full, like the crescent moon of the symbol of Titan. And there are 3 stars next to it. It is clearly him. And when you look at it, it feels as though it is his eye watching you. And you feel approval and gratitude
Aw.
and pride. And yeah, there is a small campfire there, next to a log, and you feel like this is the closest he can come to communicating with you. But this was intended as a place of comfort.
I'll stand by it, but I won't sit yet. And I'll just pace. And eventually I'll kind of slip out of, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. He's got into her and she doesn't want to talk about it. I've got people who lost people because they decided to follow me. I don't know what to do. I just wish you were here. No,
Looking
wish
around, you can see you look down at the campfire, and in the campfire burn a series of faces. The first is Selenox. The second is Trish. Then Helvig. And finally, yourself. And then actually there would be a 5th, Esmeralda.
She okay? Does she look okay?
She looks fine. She looks the way you saw her last. It's all like, each one is like a snapshot of like them normally in a good mood. One of them, you recall the image of Selenox was when Selenox was teaching you how to use your shield. The one of Helvig was when he was relating, actually when you went to him to help him stand up after he got knocked out by the house.
Yep.
The one of Trish was her in full rage mode, standing over the body of somebody. I can't remember who, but I'm sure she's done it at least once. Possibly Selenox.
Esmeralda, I think.
Actually, no, it was Esmeralda. But yeah, that. You can make an insight if you want to determine the message if it's not clear.
Sure, let's do it. 12.
The image of your own face was when you were arguing with when you first came into the Fane in Alderheart, that you guys burned down, and you said, it's done. It's over. You all go. And it would seem that the Night Father is answering the question you had. I don't know what to do. I don't know who I should ask, who I should listen to. And he just told you who you should.
He's just gonna kind of sit by the fire and think about the abbot, and think about Strahd, and think about the father of the son that was the wife of the husband of the wife who let his wife turn into a vampire. All these people
Oh,
that
Hendrik.
trusted their gut and lost themselves, but he will say nothing. And appreciate the gesture.
Very well. 7 intelligence, yeah. He's not the smartest boy, but he's very wise. You all wake up the following day.
Okay.
Trish, can you make me a perception check?
Yes, I can.
Oh yeah, you can.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 25. What am I seeing?
Shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Trish, you've had a surprisingly comfortable sleep on this pile of hay. You spread your cloak out on it, and you find next to you, sometime in the night, the knights have rustled up some warm weather clothes. They are moth-eaten and ratty, but they'll do. And they are a pile of each appropriately sized is placed next to the 4 of you, at the feet of where you were sleeping, curled up in the crook next to you, in the crook of one arm, Trish. You find a small black statue of a raccoon with a pink collar, as curled up like a cat would snuggle into a person.
So definitely a different pose than the
Definitely
other
a different
statue I had.
pose than the other ones. You could probably guess what the collar says. But your perception check of 25 notices that, as you stir, the patch of hay underneath the statue is warm. As was your body where it was touching it.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna pick up this little chet. I'm going to sort of like tuck it against my body as I don my winter clothes to sort of secure it to my torso. And I'm also gonna real quick check my bag to see if this is the same statue, just magically different.
It's magically, it's not in there, so yeah. The statue has moved.
Am I alone right now? Are my friends asleep?
You could be the first to wake up, I'll allow it.
I'm gonna say, are you here, Hath? Are you with me?
Make a religion check.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
The only one with a positive intelligence.
18.
Hey.
Hey.
This is hard. Okay. Yeah. Are you looking at it?
I've kind of got it tucked in my
No, I
shirt.
tell you what. Yeah, when you do that, when you say that, you feel it move. It sort of moves and just very briefly. It moves to hug you a bit, like it's like it just like a sleeping thing adjusts itself so it's more comfortable.
Cute.
Amazing.
If you were to look inside your clothing, you were like, oh yeah, he's tucked in there.
Well, I'm just going to whisper down to it, thank you. And keep going on about my day.
Cute.
Love it.
Cool, you do that. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, the rest of you wake up probably shortly after that. Bishop Blood, no. It's not a sex thing.
No,
Ah.
it's not.
You always do this.
I was really looking forward to a bed, but a hay bale was all right.
I just kind of like emerge from the hay bale because I'm so heavy.
You stand up and the hay just sort of falls off you, but there's lots of it still stuck in your gaps.
Yeah, I
I
just
suppose
vent
that-
air to get the hay
the bit out.
Yeah.
Don't suppose there's a crossbow string on my warm weather.
No, but
Yeah.
as you are stirring, Gwilym comes in with another tray. It is crackers and coffee.
Love that.
Ah, legend! He knows the way
Thank
to
you
woman
very
fun.
much.
An army marches on its stomach. This is one of the few
It's
things,
enough coffee.
and we can taste it. I'm afraid we don't have any milk, but
Not necessary, mate.
What kind of heathen drinks coffee with milk?
I love it.
Well,
you brought
none
us
of the,
sport
uh,
last night.
the
Coffee
idea of
this
it,
morning.
the idea of milk would probably be only acceptable in your coffee to smoothie anyway, because bug milk.
No, I get the feeling that Biggin had very few things that, like everything else, he'd be like chill about. But he's like, no, do not come near me with that coffee milk shit. I will hit you. Very much.
Hey,
a
Johnny.
taste.
Ain't no cows there. There isn't any cows. There's cows in Barovia, but there isn't cows anywhere else, and that's the tray.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and on the end of this tray is a. He says, Godfrey said to give you this, and it's a steel bowstring.
Legend. Thanks, mate.
So, Selenox, this
Yes.
is a non-standard heavy crossbow. I have recently encountered some really cool alternate rules for weapon damage. Because I think 1d6, 1d8, 1d10 is a bit boring. So this is a 2d10 take the better heavy crossbow.
Cool.
So you roll the damage with advantage.
Huh.
Wait.
Helvig,
Yeah.
do you have to do like a thing with your spells? Like, do you have to like concentrate and stuff, or how does it work for you?
Every morning? No, I just do them.
Oh, good. Okay, so you've still got the thing that you did a couple of days ago. What we were working together with healing.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're gonna need that. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll be ready for
Sure.
it.
I'll
Yeah.
save one for it.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm nervous, but I think
I mean,
a fool
that's
wouldn't
natural.
be. I suppose now is as good a time as any. Obviously this thing is not great, but it might be a bit beyond our league. Are we going straight for it, or are we just gonna bash the door in? And
I mean,
what's the plan?
honestly, if we're gonna try and kill it, we should do it first before we exhaust our other resources from
I don't
random shit.
disagree. Yeah. Okay.
The temple is quite large.
Mhm.
It has some 60 chambers within it.
Sure.
Some small, some very large. There is 2 entrances. The main door, but there is also damage has created a crack in one side. The basic premise of it was a place to store bits of very powerful and evil things. The vaults beneath are full of stuff, and it tends to draw other creatures. So I believe we've already mentioned the floating skulls that the Lich created. Those are we call them flame skulls. They are the reanimated skulls of the wizards who used to own the temple. So destroying them would be very much an act of mercy. Indeed, if you have any holy water, that's the easiest way to do it. Once they've been destroyed, if they are not dispelled or consecrated in some way, they'll just pop back up again about an hour later. So if you've killed a flame skull, make sure to actually do it properly. Anybody who can a dispel magic will do it.
Trish, do you remember me giving you holy water? Do you know how many you have left right now?
Just one bottle.
Okay, I've got I think I had 7, and I gave you how many, Trish? Because it was out of 7.
I think you gave me 3 and I've used 2.
Okay, so I've got 4. So if you want, I'll give you more.
A
Now?
single sprinkling. The things do have to be killed first. So destroy
That's
them.
implied. Yeah.
But then a simple sprinkle, a bottle would probably do 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Trish,
cool.
I'll give you one more, and Sel, did you want one for yourself just in case?
Say yes.
You could put it in your shield pocket.
I couldn't put it in my shield pocket.
I forgot
Give
about
me
that
that.
shitty invention.
Fuck yeah. Oh, it's the best thing ever. You wouldn't understand, mate.
Yeah,
Trust
don't use
me.
shields ever.
No, it's actually
No,
seems
it's not
pretty
that.
smart.
It's
Seems smart to
Do
me.
you have any idea what it's like being a woman and never
you know-
having things that have fucking pockets in them?
You know what
don't
would
get
work?
it? Just shut up.
You know what might be cool? I'm just thinking out loud here, but Trish, could you make like a leather thong or something to put around Sel's sword, and then she can put it on her wrist to grab something else from her shield? Like
Yeah, I could do
way-
that.
So she
And
doesn't
that-
have to
and that-
drop
So
the
you
sword.
don't have to drop it. Yeah.
I was waiting for Bishop Blood's reaction when you said leather thong.
I don't know. It's the
Obviously, it would have a pocket on it. Otherwise, Selenox would be upset.
Oh, baby!
That's the term.
No, I know.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I just had to, when you
No,
said
no.
leather
To be fair, if it was me on the other end, I'd probably react that way too.
thong.
Yeah, I get it.
The Lorite says, "Oh, speaking of liches, I got something I'm totally going to buy when I get my tax return." And Arcane
Uh-oh.
Skullduggery says, "A Phylactery?" Like, I am curious too. You're all gutter children. Yeah.
Yeah,
look.
yeah, it's fair.
We're Australians.
Wow.
We
Okay.
wear thongs on our feet.
Wow.
I'll take all the fucking pockets. If you're gonna make me another pocket, that'll be great.
Oh, the idea, I guess. I mean, Trish, you can develop it however you want, but I'm thinking like, so you can put like basically a leather strap on the end of your hilt, and then when you let go of it, it just goes around your wrist as you grab something else. That way, it doesn't fall to the ground. You know.
Sounds
I guess if
fucking
anybody
nice.
could do that, it'd be Trish with her awesome scrounge crafting.
Yeah, that's why I asked her.
Thank you, Helvig.
You're welcome.
I can do that right now while we eat breakfast.
I'm gonna start stringing this thing while we
I really
eat
can't
breakfast,
wait.
if that's all right.
I can't wait for Selnox to be more pocket than Strig.
Neither can I.
Right. I'm gonna try and.
She's gonna be a camp survivalist, like like one of those survivalist dudes with just pockets all over their pants.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
This
Fuck
is
yeah, no,
what
honestly,
this is
it is
what
like the
Lorite
word.
wants to get. Epic
Is it
Encounters
pocketed?
Power of the Lich Empress.
Pocketed priorities.
Ooh, that's cool and terrifying. 'cause we're about to
seriously
go,
cool
oh, there's
mini.
flaming skulls and
Wow.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's flame skulls and everything. That's very
But
much
it-
what you're going to be dealing with.
It doesn't sound like there's pockets in it though.
Yeah, no,
I
I
wanna-
know.
pockets.
I mean,
I wanna
that
make-
robe looks like it has pockets.
I want to make Selenox like the medieval equivalent of cargo pants, just all pockets.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all pockets all the time.
All pockets all the
everywhere.
time. Yeah.
During breakfast,
Uh-huh.
while stringing this thing, Selenox is going to be like, Willem, mate, I realise I might be pushing it by now, but don't suppose you've got any crossbow bolts around the place?
Ah, you might want that, right. I'll have a look while you guys have breakfast.
Fuck, these guys are legends. Anyone who says anything about these fucking dead guys, they're awesome. That was once he left the room, just to be clear.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
I mean, I might have said they're legends, but the dead guy caught him
Yeah.
once he was out of the room.
Cool, yeah.
Preparation question. Trish, do you feel healthy, or do you think you could use some more?
Feel great. Had a great night's sleep. Feeling energized. It's a great day to climb a mountain.
Actually, you know what? I'm feeling like we could all use this.
What is it?
Well, just put your hand on the table like we're at a sports event, just 1, 2, 3, and I will cast Aid, and everyone gets 5 hit points max. Added to
How long does that last?
It lasts for...
Is that a 24-hour thing?
8 hours.
8 hours. Alrighty. Cool.
Go team!
Nice.
Go team.
What is sports?
Sure.
Lorite
Humblewood
has
sport?
redeemed...
With sports.
I think there's probably some... I'll have to think about what the sport is in Barovia, but I imagine some sort of curling, maybe with a human skull.
I was thinking the
yeah.
same. I
Lances.
was thinking lacrosse, actually.
Yeah.
But
With
yeah,
a human
it would,
skull.
but it would be like, yeah,
With a
there would be
human
like
skull.
a chicken skull or something. Was
You
the
said
goal.
5 temp,
Fucking
yeah?
hell. Chickens.
Yeah.
No, it's your max. It only lasts for 8 hours, but your max HP goes up by 5. Not
So
temporary.
you have to remember where your current HP is at, because you're gonna forget.
Trish, if you
You're
don't
gonna
already
forget you
have
added this.
inspiration, the Lorite just redeemed them. Lorite, we have actually reached 600 followers, so
Yeah.
everybody's already got one.
You said they could stack.
I did say you can have 2. You can stack them, but just the one that you got from the 600 and another one that you may have
Give an
already
inch,
had.
they take a mile.
I know,
Is someone
right?
going to remind me to put my HP back?
Absolutely not.
I've written it
Thank you for
down.
the extra inspo.
I don't know how to do
I've
it.
written where my max HP is
Smoothie
at. 'cause
also
I'm
had
a-
one from her as well. But
No, I've got a double one. It's all good.
if you're doubled, if there's anybody who doesn't have a double inspiration,
Not me.
I don't have a double.
all right. Well,
Oh
Selenox, you
shit!
now have a double.
As in like.
I
have
just
it.
you don't.
changed my HP to 5. I'm gonna fix that.
You can
I have
actually
double
just push your HP above its max. You can just say, now have more.
Yeah, I did it now. I got it.
I do
Does the
not have a
DM
double. I
double?
have a single, but I did have a double. I've used the one that Tony gave me.
Oh my
Sorry, did you say
God.
I have double inspiration? I got distracted when I brought myself down to 5
Lorite,
HP.
your call. Dan or
No,
Ro?
No, just not me. I have mine. Don't worry about
okay,
it.
then it's
No,
then
you
it's
did
Ro.
it too. But it was
Then it-
Trish.
Trish got one. So did Smoothie. Smoothie
There's-
already has double, so
There's
you
another
do.
one.
Everybody
I haven't
has double
rolled yet
except me,
today.
and that's fine.
I haven't rolled it today.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're gonna
And,
end this lich. Boom, boom, boom.
Got this. All right.
Yeah.
Selenox just switched to hardcore mode. All right, cool. Willem arrives back shortly later with a it's a half full quiver. He says, "I'm afraid I was only able to rustle up 6."
Bishop Blood Wine.
That's a 3.
Double for
Sorry, we've been
everyone.
talking about this too long, but I lied. It doesn't give it to everyone like I thought. So I'll count myself out of this. It reduces it by an extra 5. So sorry, it gives an extra 5. So instead of plus 5 max HP, it's now 10. So it's rather than 5 because I cast it at a higher level. I'll say that's what I did. That's fine.
So everyone has
It's fine.
10 extra HP.
10 extra HP, and
Yes,
and
yes.
we're done.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Okay.
And I have 6 crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Legend. You guys are real helpful. I don't know
Well-
anyone who's ever says any bad shit about you guys. You tell them. Tell them
Fuck off.
I'll fuck them up.
Shit.
He bows respectfully. Says, well then, shall we be off? It is a relatively pleasant morning. It's pissing down with rain, but otherwise it's fine.
I mean, you're pleasant enough. Like, yeah, sure.
I also turned back on peer radio because after.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pierre knocks on your skull. Like, hey. Why are you ignoring me?
Oh, hi. No,
he
I was being private. Yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
All right. Where's the rest of the gang then? I'm gonna see us off. Just you, mate.
I mean, we'll be back, so isn't.
They are about their business. Lord Vladimir must be distracted.
Ah,
I suppose.
right. All right. Well,
But Godfrey wishes you well, and it was Igor who found the bolts. He was the one who stored them.
cool. Well, I'll thank him when we get back. So, off the battlements or out the front door?
You are welcome to jump if you like, but I believe some...
Now,
Yeah. What?
let's go.
Yeah, battlements? Fuck yeah.
I
Come
wanna
on, kid.
fly. I haven't flown in days.
Yeah, sweet. Anyone else?
I'm gonna loop you.
How long is the thing? How's the trip?
Willem opens his wings up, and you see that they are not airworthy. They are a little holier than thou and tattered somewhat.
How long is the trip? Is it days?
No, 4 hours.
God no, absolutely not. I'm walking.
He says, "Yes, I think I will have to go on foot." Mr. Dewpoint, Miss Caper, we'll meet you down there.
Sounds good. Let's go, kid.
Okay. And flying is the first time you've seen a big grin on his face for days, if ever. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's got his goggles back on.
Aw, excellent.
And is the backpack?
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, Trish did a great job. I'm even faster.
That looks
Yeah.
good, kid.
Thank you.
You might even be able to keep up with me.
I wonder what they're talking
She does
about
actually
over there.
plummet a lot faster. She's quite a bit heavier than Smoothie, so...
I glide.
Also, I'm using a device to
Glide.
fly, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're doing great. And as I loop the loop around her.
Yeah, you're actually flying. She's just gliding. But yeah.
This sass.
And yeah, you rejoin at the bottom, at the sort of the main entrance. Willem leads you in a path that leads up and around the main mansion, and then it sort of begins to sort of snake up the mountain behind. The trip is relatively uneventful. About halfway up, those of you who do feel the cold, so everybody other than Helvig, it is cold up here. It is, Smoothie, you probably, I don't know, how would you deal with cold? You've got these big flaps of skin that you have to keep out to make them good. Do you tuck them into your robes or something?
That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking that probably what he does is he's probably got really good control of his ears. So if nothing else, he makes his own makeshift earmuffs.
Oh,
By
yeah.
basically kind of tying them around his helmet because
Yeah.
it's just skin flap. So
Yeah.
it's just there's that. And as far as the wings go, I don't know. I imagine that if we're talking like length and width, it's probably no bigger than that, so to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe 60 centimeters. So he can't really roll them around, so he will probably just huddle, I suppose. I think that makes the most sense.
Salanox is gonna notice that Smoothie is like huddling up and take a scarf off her thing and chuck it over his shoulders as she marches by. I don't feel no it's fucking cold, but take it.
No, I'll wrap it around my arms
Yeah.
to wrap the wings. Yeah, that's fine.
Trish, the little statue is proving surprisingly warm.
Nice. That's great. Trish is probably walking at the front of the pack, whistling, just having a good day.
Not
Cuddling her
bothered by the
little
rain.
warm thing. Nah, she's positive, man. She had a great night's sleep, feeling good, feeling optimistic about killing this thing.
Nice. And just need to say thank you to Azelle and Omi for the resubs. Good on you, bloody champions. Guys, in Australia, we are Australian based. Not all in the same place in Australia. Jack is on the east coast. The rest of us are west coast.
East.
Jack doesn't belong.
One of these things is not like the others. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. My dad's from Oregon, USA.
Yes.
Aww.
We are slightly more international than we all sound, however. Yes, only I don't know actually how many of us were born in Australia, but at least 2 of us weren't. Ro, were you born here?
I was born here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Rach?
Play that game.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There's just Dan and me who weren't born here, but that's alright. There's actually quite a few nationalities represented on this screen.
Oh my god, we're so diverse.
Just,
I wouldn't go that far.
just a white mutt, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go properly say diverse. It's basically us and Dan. But
The truth hurts.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
so diverse. We take the token.
Yeah,
box.
you're a token diversity higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creighton Miss,
Diversity,
thanks,
it's in, guys.
thanks for joining us. Welcome. Yes, the chaps are climbing the mountain behind Argenvostholt, and the road fades away under a covering of snow. The rain shifts to snow as well, and it takes you, but it takes you far enough to see the facade of some kind of temple rising ahead of you. The temple is carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure, its hands pressed together in the gesture of prayer. Whilst they are faceless, they do have. You can determine species, or get a vague general idea of species. 3 are bird folk, 3 are humble folk, Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase that leads down. To the west, there is a fissure in the wall. And
Mm-hmm.
I will just put up the map!
Whoa.
There we
so,
go.
Is it fissure or fisher?
Fissure.
as in hole,
A hole,
Yeah.
Crack.
yes. A crack.
A crack.
you say.
Get in that crack.
a big enough crack to get in.
Yes. You'd have to go and check it out.
All right. Well, these guys thought a bit of themselves with those big fucking statues.
Yes. I haven't met very many wizards, but my experience is definitely that.
They think a bit of themselves.
They do tend to have a heightened opinion of themselves.
Who would they pray to? They're praying, aren't they?
Yes, this is a temple to Gesme.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I was like, we know a wizard that's not like hoity-toity.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they exist.
Do you?
Oh no.
Oh, you're referring to Jordan. Jordan Littlefoot. Yeah.
He hasn't graduated though, so that's one of the
He's not a wizard.
classes.
Great Miss, you're very welcome.
I met
Romantic.
some wizards. The war magic one seemed nice.
No,
He was-
absolutely not. Nevermore's a war magic wizard and
No. The guy who transported us.
Rusty.
and I was accidentally racist
Rusty.
to him.
Yeah. No, he's nice. He's cool.
'Cause actually,
I
you don't
regret
know this
missing
story.
that.
You don't know this story, so I was a little overwhelmed, and I asked him if he knew you, because he was a strig.
Yeah.
You see, I come from a small community,
Yeah, he's
so
probably
that's
my
not that
cousin, mate.
far-fetched.
Castellan, you bloody champion. Castellan just gifted 5 subs
Damn.
to
Oh,
the
thanks,
community.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. We're on a hype train. We're on quite a big hype train.
Fuck it.
Guys, thank you so much. This is crazy. Did we meet Gesme? No, Gesme is not one of the ones. What's that? Nevermore Dreamscape. We're about to beat our all-time our all-time record for hype train.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool. Yes. I can't remember. I don't think you've met Gesme. Gesme is the Amaranthine, the Amaranthine of knowledge, and secrets.
Secret.
Yes. And it was supposed and hoped that she would sort of lean in on the protecting this place a bit. And she sort of did. But only so much. Yeah, Castellan, you bloody chat. We're also being raided. Promethean is raiding.
Yeah.
Goodness
So much
me, and the
meta.
subs keep coming. Castellan, you bloody champion. Promethean, thank you so much for joining us. You excellent individual. Let us do a shout out. Actually, let's do a couple of them. First of all, to Castellan. Bloody leg. And you can also, let's have a shout out to Promethean. What were you guys up to? Promethean, that's the one. Boop. What were you guys doing? Tell us about it. You were playing Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Ooh. How was it? How did it go? I hope you had fun. I think, and let me just check, but I'm reasonably confident, I am going to be playing with Promethean on Friday.
I feel like it's very appropriate that they
I
were
am.
just playing Tomb Raider, and now we're gonna.
You're about to go
raid
Raider
a
2.
Tomb.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Because this is something I haven't
Dramatic
announced
timing.
yet. I am going to be playing
mean?
on Friday, the 24th of March, so this Friday, I will be playing as part of GaryCon with Promethean. Promethean will
That's
also
cool.
be part of this game, which is going to be super cool. And as is Michele from
Oh my
Fate's
God.
Grip,
Jesus Christ.
Hamish from
Oh my
Jesus.
goodness, GM Workshop.
GM
What?
Workshop is
We're
raiding
never going to
as
get back to
well.
this fucking game. Stop being so kind. Fuck off. We've got a game to play.
You shut your face. You shut your face right now.
Throw up your
That's not what I
favorite
said.
raid emotes
What are you gonna
in
do about it?
chat, matey.
I'm just
Thank you
gonna
so much for the raid,
vibe.
GM Workshop.
Yeah.
Rackham, you bloody
Aggressive.
champion. Good on you guys. Amazing.
Welcome.
Double
Yeah.
raids.
Just in
Announcements,
time to
raids,
see us
tombs,
probably get our
hype
ass kicked by some flying
trains.
skulls.
No. It's going to be fine.
It's gonna be
It's totally fine. I
It'll be
mean,
fine.
exact
Yeah.
same.
It's great.
fine
We're having
because-
a great day.
It's fine because I said it, and I'm agreeing
What
with
are
you
they
guys.
gonna do? Eat our face off?
Exactly.
Possibly.
Maybe.
The
Who knows?
skulls, you need lips and a
Door.
tongue
Ah.
to eat. Really, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
Get on, you noob.
Yeah. Can't even taste. What a loser.
Oh, sorry.
Can you
sorry.
whistle?
man.
Can
He's
you
right
whistle?
here.
Dead skull.
Yeah, dead skull. I bet you can't whistle.
You used to be a wizard, and now you can't even whistle.
Why are you sassing the skulls?
Wow,
Here you
that's
go.
the skull.
You
Yeah.
guys are being really mean to these skulls.
Yeah,
now,
I mean,
so
what did they ever do to us?
better go
Yeah.
down, right?
Oh,
This
well,
is how we.
Anything
This is
to us
how
yet.
we show affection, apparently,
Okay,
to people.
we're
Um,
hyping. We're hyping
Maybe
DM
ourselves
Workshop,
up.
thank you so much
Skulls.
for the raid. Promethean, thank you so much for a raid, you bloody champions. We are currently playing our Humblewood Curse of Strahd crossover thing with the 2 members of the original Humblewood crew from back over on Roll for Damage back in the day. We are now doing Raid and Fade all you like, GM Workshop. Thank you so much for bringing your peeps. We recently hit 600 followers, so smash that follow button. I'm not a robot dude. Thank you very much for the follow, not a robot dude. An absolute pleasure to have you. Avast,
believe
matey, you wee scallywag. And
believe
now
you.
we are going up to the Amber Temple with this new sort of combination chimera crew, if you will, to check out and see if we can't kill the Lich, Exthantar, and maybe steal a bunch of his shit that might help you guys kill Strahd. We have and will, Castellan, have a great stream. Hype train success. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's Thantar, Thantar. So, back to it. 9 subs. Amazing. And thank you to the biddies, for the biddies as well. I saw some biddies. Thank you so much, everybody who contributed to that. MJ Gizzle, thank you very much for the follow as well, you bloody champions. Avast, matey, wee scallywag. Yes, Arcane Skullduggery, thank you for the bits. Cool, alright, back into it. Let's do this. You are outside the Amber Temple. Found your way up there. It's looking groovy. What do you do? Where do you go? How do you approach getting inside? Do you want to use the stairs, or do you going to check out this fissure?
The crack.
Are we going in the front door, or we're going through that?
You chew, motherfucker.
If I was a lich, where would I be?
I mean, obviously the Lich is going to be inside, but are we...
Yeah, but like, can't we just like, is it the front door and then they're just gonna be like, hello, I've been waiting at this chair for 10 years, like, you know?
That would be convenient, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be very convenient for us.
Well, if you're wanting to get everything, if you were wanting to sort of justify your journey up here, you're going to have to search the whole place.
Now we just brought, hello, Lich, can you just get it over with?
Oh, to kill the Lich, absolutely, but if you're wanting to make sure that coming up here was worth your effort, you know. As I say, there's an awful lot of items and gear and... I mean, we probably should have brought a cart if you're wanting to rob the place blind.
I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to. I mean, there's a, like... Yeah, aren't you supposed to be protecting this fucking place?
I'm protecting the evil spirits, or keeping people away from them.
We have a contact potentially with, we do have a contact with someone from the Wizards of Wines. That might be a good transaction, but we'll talk about it later.
Ah, very well.
This place is supposed to be heavily guarded. I feel like it's easier to fortify the front door than it is some side entrance. So maybe not the front door.
Agreed.
Okay.
Also, yeah, sure.
Well,
Also,
I hate to bring it up, but I'm gonna have to do the thing if you want it.
Gonna have to poke you in the eye.
What?
You haven't had it. I haven't done it to you. Oh, well, just come down here. Come down here.
oh, this is gonna be rich.
Pretty confident this is the only person who doesn't need this.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know that though. She hasn't said anything.
What the fuck are you gonna? Why?
And theoretically, even if you didn't have it already, so I guess like Josh can decide what it means, but I cast Eyes of Night on you, and 4 willing creatures I can see within 10 feet of me, lasting for 1 hour. Once I share it, I can't do so again. You can have dark vision out to a range of 300 feet. So I'm not sure
it
what
does
the range
actually improve your range.
Okay.
Belanox, you don't. The world doesn't seem any different, but you can see further. But it's actually not dark out here either. So.
Nah, I'm doing it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Once you get in darkness, you'll see. Yeah, everyone trash talks it. It's fine. You can come on, line up, and I'll do it to them.
I never liked this part.
No, I don't like it either. I just poke myself with the damn eyes.
Can't you just ask Titan for that to be different?
I don't. Yeah, you're right. I'll.
Isn't he the one who gives you the magic?
I can't ask him a damn thing because we're in Barovia.
I
think
not
that might be a
need
bit
you
of a
to poke
sore
me
spot.
in the eyes.
No, I can anyway. You're fine.
Can't you just send like a letter that's like, hey, when you can?
I mean,
Maybe.
you might have liked it, Willem.
Godly
Yeah.
suggestion box.
Don't knock it
Interestingly,
before you
I don't
fucking
actually
try it.
need eyes to see, so but I just worry that if you poked me in the eyes, the eye may come out.
May come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that.
Anyway,
Anyway.
you two know the score. Trish, you can see better now once you get in.
Thank you.
I don't know why I missed that. I guess you just never thought to.
Poke you in the eye.
No.
yeah.
The only time it really came up, I got a similar reaction to right now. So I guess I'm keeping it in my pocket for unless we really need it.
Right. All right. Well, Fisher.
Fisher.
Yeah. Fisher.
All right, you're going to the Fisher.
Yeah.
Okay,
To
so
the
the
Fisher,
Fisher
do, do,
being
do.
over here.
This thingy.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
That's
it's
the
that time.
Fisher. I was
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
where the Fisher was. Right. All right.
Well,
quite large.
I will unfog it.
This big crack in the wall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I zoom in? Yes, I can.
Yeah. With the.
Yeah.
There you go. You should now
Whoa.
be able to see it better.
Can people just drag me when in doubt? Because this thing never works for me.
Bam.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Yep, someone else got it.
I'm trying not to trash talk.
I'm moving to the Fisher.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna put Smoothie first. Oh,
What?
he's
Who is
he's
that?
just in there, but that's Willem.
That's Willem.
Oh, hi, Willem.
Yeah,
Why
he's
do
dead.
I have a is that a pumpkin? Oh no, it's inspiration. Right.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if it needs to be said,
Yeah,
but
the
we're
pumpkin.
moving stealthily.
Please do. Stealth
I'm
it
not
is.
fucking good at that.
Did
Yeah.
somebody accidentally?
I, however, take
Right.
stealth as a group roll.
Stealthy
the
enough for the lot of us. 29.
All right, so I'm
shit.
rolling.
29.
Great. Oh, nah. Are we? We're not in a forest, are we?
No, absolutely
So
not.
I'm rolling a disadvantage.
Yes, you
Somebody
are.
accidentally deleted Smoothie, by the way.
Somebody deleted Smoothie.
Just like evaporated him from existence, maybe.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I rolled a
It
4.
doesn't exist anymore.
Bruh.
It wasn't me. It wasn't
Bro.
me. He was just so fucking stealthy.
I just put him on the map, and now he's scooting around.
He was so stealthy.
I'm not
he
doing
just
anything. I
disappeared.
can't see shit. I promise you, it's not me.
There you go. He's there now.
Oh,
Jeez.
thank God. Thank God he's back.
All right. Selenox got a 4.
Stealth.
I got a 4.
Clank,
I mean, it
clank,
was
clank,
at
clank.
disadvantage.
It's alright, we're doing
I'm
a group
wearing heavy
stealth, it's
fucking plate
fine.
armor.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to remember if I have disadvantage. for
Can
being
somebody
a
roll
robot.
me? Can somebody in chat, Bishop Blood? Can you roll me a stealth check? Exclamation mark stealth.
Oi,
Insane.
can I
Or
switch
Willem.
myself with Smoothie? Because there's no fucking way I'd be letting him go up there and nah.
Well, Trish is
Yeah.
going first.
Trish is going first.
Trish is first.
She's
All right.
scouting.
No, that's
Um,
fine. Then.
Gung
I'll
ho
take-
today.
I'll take
Literally
one.
everybody else.
Is that what point is? Oh no.
Rolled. So they got an 8 for Willem. Willem is also wearing armor. So basically, yeah, Willem and Selenox are clanking up behind, but it is quite windy and stormy outside. So, you've got an 8 and a 4, then 2 18s and a 29 leading. So, yeah, as long as basically you get it in the correct order, and for some reason Bennick is rolling, not Helvig. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Helvig,
That's a me problem. I'll
Uh,
fix that.
do we? I don't
That's
have.
actually less than, because of
I don't
Yeah.
have enhance ability prepared today. Did you wanna? Do you think it's worth it?
Well,
to
Trish,
cast it now.
Well,
with
I
your,
mean, for
with your
future,
really good
for
dark
fut-
vision,
just as a future reference thing, maybe.
make me a perception check.
Oh, hell yeah.
Josh, just for brevity, that's actually 2 less. So that's
I'm really
16.
focused on stepping quietly.
Alrighty.
It's 300 feet, though.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I can fit through that gap.
It is. The gap is like 2.5 feet wide.
I mean,
Um,
I got a little bit of booty on the back.
All the pockets.
The clap of the pockets, dude.
Narrow
All the
fissure.
dots.
A narrow fissure has opened
We
into the
all
mountainside
stop
west of the
talking
temple's facade,
about
creating
an owl butt.
a gap 2 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and 15 feet deep. You can see light coming down from the room beyond, and you hear voices.
Oh,
in the back.
I said, shh, shh. Smoothie, I hear voices. What do you hear?
What do your bat ears hear?
I uncup my ears and
Make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. That's actually pretty funny. I love that image. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm wearing noise canceling headphones instead of.
Yes.
Okay. Perception at advantage.
35.
Close. 25.
25. Not bad. They are speaking Mapach.
I speak Mapash.
Then you can understand them. It is a bunch of gruff voices, like quite deep, rumbly voices. The sort of voices that would come from particularly large individuals. They
Sound masculine.
not just masculine. There
Just
are
large. They sound
just
large.
big. But there is several voices. They appear to be discussing in broken Mapach, like how well the hunting has been going this time around, and one of them is commenting on how useful the wolf has been.
They're saying something about hunting, and someone said a wolf has been really useful.
That's not good.
Maybe it's a code word or something.
Are we gonna kill him?
They don't seem smart enough to be using code. They're kind of talking.
How
It-
many are there?
With
I
the
can't
25,
hear.
you can identify 6 voices and the
Oh.
growl of a wolf.
There's too many voices.
6, and there's I think the wolf's with them.
Oh, it's literal. Okay.
Yeah, again, I don't think they're. Anyway, yeah,
I don't know. They can have nicknames.
not these guys.
It's sort of like, hunt good, wolf help.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
I
gonna
just-
say
March
cave bats,
strong.
but it doesn't make sense.
I'm just gonna take
Supposed
that
to cavemen.
as a Smoothie being very judgy because I haven't seen them yet or heard them.
Do you remember the huge men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like them, like that kind of language. Sounds like what I imagine a huge man sounds like, just kind of broken.
So they're large.
Oh.
They're saying things like "hunt good."
Okay.
Wow.
They're not smart.
So,
Trish, with your stealth, you could stealth up the passageway. You're good at it. You could at least go and have a look.
Guys, wait here. I'm gonna see if I can get a closer look. I'll come
Okay.
back. Alright. I'm gonna get a closer look.
Very well.
is there something you're gonna say if you need us?
I'm just
You'll
gonna
hear
come
it.
back. If something bad happens, you'll know.
I mean, it's a 20-foot long passageway. It's not particularly long. As you head on up, I will open up the map a little bit, and you will be able to see.
Immediately ambushed.
Yeah. So it's
Whoa.
and we
I
go to the southwest annex. This room contains 7 individuals. I haven't put them on the map. I will if you decide to fight them, or go in and talk to them. They are all Mapach.
Same difference.
Trish. They are all in rugged leathers, traveling clothes, but sort of tribal gear, a lot of furs. The main distinguishing feature is that they are all pure white. Their fur is all white. Their tails
Interesting.
are pretty much non-existent. They have short little stubby tails. They're polar bears.
Oh, let's go, dude.
That's so
Um,
fun.
They
Oh my
are.
god, can we keep
It's
them?
very
They're they're not quite technically size class large people, but like think Goliaths in scale. They are sort of 6-7 feet tall. The smallest, one of the females, is 6.5 feet tall. They're all fairly big, and one of them, the largest, also dressed in feminine attire, sort of like think Xena warrior princess-esque sort of.
Fuck yeah.
She's the only one actually
Go off,
wearing
queen.
like armor of any real sort. There is a sort of a bustier, but it's armor. Yeah, she definitely the one calling the shots as you lurk in the shadows. You'd actually have advantage on the stealth check in here because it's dark. So yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll it with a +10. But yeah, that is what you see. There is also a big fuck off wolf, which is sitting next to her, and she's patting it like, "Good wolf, help."
Do they seem... So they talked about hunting. That's just for food. That could be innocuous. Do they seem like they would try and fight us if they saw us, like, on sight? Or could they potentially be friendly?
I don't think you know enough about Barovia to know who these people might be, but they don't look like any Barovians you've ever seen.
Right.
They don't look like... Well, Barovians are fairly, like, sort of, Eastern Slavic, European, Middle Ages style. These are northern barbarians sort of vibe. The room has 2 doors in it, however, both of which are locked. Indeed, one of them clearly has been barred from this side. Omi, in answer to your question, and it's a good question, the leader is quite an attractive Mapatch.
Astorial. They're everywhere.
Sweet
Suspicious.
silence. Thank you very much for the follow as well, you
Alright.
bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
I'm gonna... Oh, one last question. How are their armaments? Armor? Weapons? What's the vibe? Better sword than
Big
me?
axes. Like they all look like hunting gear. Axes isn't great, but it seems to be what they use. 3 of them are sharpening great axes, like with and the axes they're well made, but they're hung with tribal fetishes, like little the teeth and feathers and stuff of that which they have hunted. A lot of leather thongs here as well, holding on other bits and pieces. Fetishes, thongs, it's all there.
I see.
Several of them are quite badly scarred. The one you think might be the leader has a massive spear with the prong sticking out from underneath the blade. It is a boar spear. It is specifically for hunting. And a huge shield. The shield is circular and covered in... They look like runes, but not magic runes. It's not the things aren't moving on it. But yeah, she is quite better armed than the rest. The rest are most of them. The axes are metal, but not awesome. But yeah. A variety of axes and one big-ass spear.
Alright. I'm gonna shimmy back down towards the crew. Okay. So.
I was already charging a laser beam just in case, like.
There's 6 of them, and a wolf, and they're all big. But I don't think they're the guards of this place. Maybe we could talk to them? Or we could try the other entrance.
If you
Hello.
if you want to try talking to them, I think I might be able to help. We probably won't. Well, it's tricky. If we all go together, if I'm in their position, I might feel threatened. So maybe it should just be you, but I can be in the background and I can try and make them calmer.
Yeah, you guys wait behind me, and if I scream, we're in a fight.
Well,
wait,
I'll come along with you to try and.
Well, but
What?
what do you reckon their eyesight is like? Like, what's the visual down the alleyway like? can we just be in behind you? And if you need us, we come out of the darkness.
Gwilym raises a gnarled finger and says, "From what you describe, these are mountain folk. They are the people. There are a tribe who live up here, mostly Mapach, I believe, and they're a fairly bloodthirsty lot. But they don't go in the temple. They know it's dangerous. They're probably just sheltering out of the snow."
Oh.
Well, I guess it's a question of, do you think we can...
It's
Bargaining.
more, I would say
You
it's
think we-
unnecessary.
Do they,
The real question is, do you want to take the risk? You might be able to talk them into helping us. They probably wouldn't do anything more positive than let us in through the door. But there's another door.
That's tricky.
Do you want to have a big fight? They are tough.
It's well, if we're trying to have the element of surprise, then it sounds like maybe we should just go around.
You will not have a quiet fight with 6 of the mountain folk.
well, what you said, they're bloodthirsty, but are they're going to just attack on sight, or?
I don't know. I don't necessarily know that. My question is, do you want to risk it?
Here's one thing that is worth noting. If these guys seem formidable, and we know we're up against it, do you think they might be, if we talk to them, do you think that we might be able to convince them that we can join together? They have a wolf. Maybe they're like packs, like they can join our pack or something and help us. Because they'll get something out of the deal.
What are they getting out of it?
Trish, can you make me a
Whatever they feel
nature
like, I
check?
guess.
Sure.
Not particularly high as well. 14. It wasn't a wolf, it was a dire wolf.
Ooh. Ooh.
Your call, Trish.
Well, how about this? What if we try and talk to them, and if they fight us, instead of fighting them, we make a tactical retreat and go in the front entry? Because you said they don't like going in the temple. Worst case, they follow us in the temple. We run through some flaming skulls. Ideally, they take out some flaming skulls for us. Best case, we have a chat, and they decide to come on board with whatever the fuck we're up to.
This seems like a terrible idea, but maybe I'm just really in on the. I just need to blast something, man.
What part of that was a terrible idea? I don't like.
Also,
If we
Trish,
say-
dead set, these guys have souls.
Oh, yeah, and
I did remember that halfway through this conversation. I'm like,
If we think that if we think it's more likely that they're going to attack, I say we just go around, because we should just keep
Conserve our resources for the big peach lich.
Exactly.
or
I think we should just try and move past them. Can we make a distraction, maybe?
well, through the. I thought we were going to go to the front door if we're not going through.
I think Selenox raises a good point, and if we encounter something that we feel we wouldn't mind having the backup on, convincing them to chase us would not be difficult. Particularly if they only saw one of us. So, if, say, Miss Caper, who I believe is probably quite nippy, light on her feet, was to jump in, say, "Ha-ha!" and then run. If we go in the front door, if we encounter or find something that we think we're going to need the help with, Trish could lead them in and make the DM's life a lot more complicated.
That is exactly why I came up with this plan.
What an odd thing to say.
Wow.
all right.
But I thought it was pretty good.
I stand by what I said. I think we should be quiet until we're caught. Personally.
All right. Well,
I'm not disagreeing.
Trish, you're the one who saw him. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, Willem doesn't seem sure whether they might have a chat. Might be nice mountain folk. Shouldn't judge a mountain folk by his spear.
As a fellow Mapatch, you are the best, most likely to achieve a good response.
Oh,
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll go in. I'll talk to them. I'll say, my friends and I want to try and kill the evil within this temple. Will you let us pass? If they do, great. We've gotten in without a fight. If they don't, I get out of there, and we do plan B. Run through the door, and they help us fight the skulls whether they want to or not.
Okay.
Very well.
I'm down for that. But I'd like to help if I can. I think. Okay.
As Smoothie goes by, Selnox is like, Did you see that? You're not the only one who makes assumptions, mate. Touches him on the shoulder as he goes by.
No, all Striga related, I'm convinced.
Dev Ross, thank you very much for the follow. Dev Ross, is that a Doctor Who reference? Because if it is, well done, love it.
Nice one.
And if not, that's fine too. Good on you. Thank you for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag. Only 94 till our next milestone. Alrighty, we will go for a short breaklet now while I populate the map. Oh, his name is Ross, and he used to be a developer. Sure, fair enough. Well, never mind. A good name, though. Like it. Good job. Alrighty, we will go for a short breaklet and return in 5 to 10. Guys, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
bam, bam.
Vast ahoy and g'day once again to you, mateys. We'll be back with more Humblewood. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys, you bloody champions. So, Trish is heading into the annex to have a chat with the mountain Mapatch. Super lovely guys. It'll probably be fine. Smoothie is hanging back, staying in the shadows, but gonna help.
Yeah, so the range of the spell, I'm assuming I can see them? Or at least a edge of them or something?
If you stealth up to them, yeah, you can get to see them.
It's a 60 feet thing, but yeah, I'll make a stealth roll if you
do you need to, basically, if you're wanting to be able to see Trish, you don't probably even have to go up the corridor. You certainly don't have to go more than halfway up the fissure.
If I can see Trish, then because it's a saving throw, not an attack roll. So
Right.
basically, if I can ballpark it, then that's what I'll do. If you think I should roll, then I'll roll.
Okay.
Because I
Very
can just
well.
go beyond where Trish is. That
Very
60
well.
foot
I see.
thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is a direwolf a large beast?
I think
Do
so.
I know that?
Yeah.
Do I know that in character?
I don't know you'd know that in character. You've never encountered one before.
Okay, yeah, wolves are weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically
Wolves are
just
weird.
yeah, it's a Vulpin but dumb.
I
I
can
don't
talk
fucking
to,
like them.
I
Damn,
can
that
talk to
patch.
large beasts now.
Patch.
So, or
Yeah,
before.
there isn't a direct bear kind Bishop Blood, so I usually use Mapatch as the sort of the crossover. I imagine they'll get to it. But Urpatch, yeah, something like that. But yeah, these are Mountain Mapatch. And Trish, you head on in to chat to the Mountain Mapatch. How do you approach this?
I walk through the fissure, not being sneaky.
God.
And as soon as I come in, I say in Mapatch, "Hello, my name is Trish, and I mean you no harm."
As soon as she does that, calm emotions, which is charisma saves for the whole lot of them.
Very well.
DC 16.
Interesting. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I rolled a natural yeet.
Which
And
is
then-
a 20?
Yes. And then a 3 and a 15 for the 3 different kinds of people that are in there.
Okay.
So,
Could I use a invoke?
I'll allow an invoke.
Okay, let's do a 7 then for the yeet.
Very nice. Good idea.
Okay.
It's wisdom?
Wisdom save, yep.
Yeah, not a problem.
So 7
yeah,
natural.
in which case, even the 15 isn't enough. I don't think any of them have a... Yeah, one of them has... And that wouldn't have been the one that I made it. I would have had the yeet was the gladiator. Because it's my shiny dice. It's the one I always roll first. So yeah, the leader got very bad. All of them are calm.
Yeah, so basically
Nice.
what it says is you can make a target indifferent about creatures of my choice that it is hostile towards. So whether Josh thinks they're hostile or not, at the moment they're like, meh.
Yeah. The wolf
So-
is the one that is primarily affected by this. The others were already inclined to be like meh. So, Trish,
You never know.
you do that. You come down and you say, hello, I mean you no harm. These people look up a bit startled to see you here.
He doesn't,
but not
but I do mean you harm.
actually, like, they don't give off the energy of, we were not concerned about you causing us harm, but alright.
We weren't fussed. Yeah.
Little do they know, I'm pretty
Oh,
hardy,
no,
thank
no,
you
yeah.
very much.
1-on-1, you could take any of these guys. Probably even 2-on-1, but, you know,
'cause
not
you're-
all of them
They're
necessarily.
sizes.
But they all look up, they hear you speaking in their native tongue, and the leader of them responds and says, "You not harm, Trish. I Helwa, tribe queen."
It's good to meet you, Helwa. And I sort of bow respectfully.
Why you here, Trish?
My companions and I seek to destroy the evil within this temple. Will you let us pass?
Big flamey skull in temple. Big, bad. Dangerous. You wish
That's
kill?
why we do wish kill.
Can you make me a persuasion check?
I sure can.
What's your charisma mod?
My
Plus
charisma
three.
mod is +3. That's
Wow.
a 22, baby. Let's go.
Teamwork.
The,
Yeah, for murder.
Yeah. Helva goes, you small, you die.
I'm small, but I'm fast. And stronger than I look.
Prove. She stands up and pads over to you. Her bare feet are bare feet, but also they're not wearing anything. She has the right to bear arms. And she comes over to you and she towers over you. How tall is Trish? 5 foot?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
She's not big.
She's not small by Mapatch standards, but this girl isn't. She is 7 foot tall,
Okay.
and probably twice as wide as you are. She towers over you and sniffs at you, and then says, "Pretty spear."
Oh.
Thank you.
Trish, you need to prove to her that you can hack this.
All right.
Hint.
Is there...
The bitch.
Hack.
There's like tables and junk in this room, right?
It's bedrolls, just on, like, they've piled up. It's actually piles of rubble, but they've spread out their blankets on. So yeah, it looks like hay on the map, but it's rubble.
Okay. I'm
The
gonna take a
only
deep...
constructed things would be they have made a sort of barricade at the door, holding the. There are 2 doors. One is to a smaller one that does not appear to be blocked off, but the larger one has been like they've piled stuff up in front of it. But it's like shattered bits of furniture, stuff like that. That would be the only bits and pieces, but none of it's whole.
I'm not gonna destroy that because that feels like it'd be a dick move. I'm going to close my eyes and remember the way that I felt when I received that note that cursed me. And I'm gonna use that to go into a barbarian rage. My Ember Lance flames on, the glowing light filling the space, and I just whack the absolute shit out of one of those piles of rubble.
Cool. You go over to this woman's bed, and you fuck it up.
Yes,
The rest of them are like sitting on their bed, so presume not that.
No,
so yeah, flame on, exactly. All right.
Right.
Trish, make me. You don't need to roll the attack, well, actually, do roll it just in case you crit.
Okay.
But hitting an
Will the
immobile
rubble
bed.
dodge?
Emberlance, you do hit. You definitely hit the rubble pile on the floor. Can you? What? So your intention is to make this sort of explode, demonstrating your lethality.
Yeah, maybe using more of the sort of fire magic of the lance to prove that while I don't have bulk, I've got other shit going on. And
You
as I
are
sort of
now
hit it,
raging wild magic style.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I have to roll at the thing.
Yeah, you do.
Aha! Excellent.
So glad you went.
This could be very useful for this, is my point.
Yes. I'm gonna roll my wild surge right now. Show them how tough I am. 7. What's that
7.
do?
I don't know. Let's get the book out.
Oh God, I hope it's a flump.
It
How good would that be?
would be good.
Fuck you up! Put your fucking face up!
No,
No.
Plumpy boy. I love plumps.
7. It's the exact opposite.
Oh no, 7.
7. So this is kind of cool, actually.
Okay.
Can you describe me how you like spin this lance around and then like bring it down straight into the ground?
I want to show my agility because that's the main thing I've got going for me. So I do like a cool spin, I smack it, and then like dart back faster than humanly possible.
Can you make me an acrobatics check?
Yes, I can. I'm gonna use my inspo to do that better.
It's a good idea.
That's better. 19.
There we go. Trish, you leap using her as the springboard.
Ooh.
You run up, you sort of like, you use one of her knees as a sort of a jumping point, jump up onto her shoulder, and she's like, ah, ah, and then you like spin through the air. Your lance comes out, the rage flows through you, and you bring it down into her bed. The rubble explodes in a huge pile of vines and flowers burst out of the ground where your lance smashes into it. Basically, there is now this small crater overflowing with vines and flowers. It would probably be quite a bit more comfortable to sleep on.
Yeah. It's an improvement.
And she goes, ah, you fast! And 2 or 3 of the others like bash their giant bear paws together like, that cool. Be cool. Small map patch, cool.
I'm gonna
very fond
use
of that.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make the color of her eyes like red.
Ooh.
Very well, you do that. Yeah. She says, you wizard.
No.
Magic.
Magic through my anger. Through my rage.
Ah. Grim, you know. And she points at the larger, probably the biggest of the males. And Grim goes, my rage, not magic.
Bullshit.
But yes, I know. My rage, grandfather. Some rage. G-rage, she's safe.
Thank you.
One of us.
And
Barbarians are such a wholesome community.
yeah, they're really like, yeah, they're very they're very mutually supportive. So, yeah, Helwa says, you have
Yep.
friends you bring?
Yes, they're just behind me.
Other Mapatch?
No. A mix of people, but all strong like me.
You go, you clean. Take what you want, and we come.
Thank you.
You want door?
Yes.
After you go in, we close door.
Okay.
Make door! Name. Grim gets up, sort of bends his neck over, and you hear click, click, click as his vertebrae clack. And then he begins to just shake, and this rumbling roar echoes out from inside of him, and then a ghostly apparition appears next to him.
Yeah.
There's a familial resemblance. And the two of them just go ham on the broken furniture that was blocking the door. Just tear it, sweep it aside. It takes less than 5 seconds. And the door is now accessible. Thank
You and your grandfather are very strong.
You strong too. Use rage well, Trish.
Thank you. And then
Friends
I call
come.
back. It's okay, we can come through.
At this point, I had like a full Mega Man charged Eldritch Blast from that like loud ass roar, thinking that it's like,
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna have to shoot somebody.
Nah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, just let it like fizzle out.
Stand down, Helvig. It was like March 5.
So you all head
I
up.
swear.
Yep.
I swear.
Do I see the grandfather that Trish was talking about, or did it already
Yeah,
disappear?
he doesn't hang for long, but he does.
Okay.
Actually, as you enter the room, Smoothie, you would see Grim hands a tankard of something to the apparition, and the apparition takes it, sculls it, and then disappears.
See, dead
My
people
kind of
can
ghost.
drink.
No, the water, the liquid flows through it and splashes out onto the floor. And then the tankard drops, and Grim catches it before it hits the ground. Sorry, it's not a tankard; it's a drinking horn.
Fuck, yeah. That's the way to go. About life.
What was his
And
name?
Grim goes, "Ah, all over floor."
Did
what
you...
was his
What
name?
did you fucking...
I love them.
Yeah. But I'm sure you got more where that came from, mate.
Not share. You go.
What,
Only speaking in my patch.
what was his name?
They are only speaking Mapatch. Smoothie.
I cannot understand.
I don't think I can understand him either.
But it's the vibe, dude.
He turns to you and
vibe.
says, "He Grom."
Hi, Graham. Okay.
All right, let's, good job. Trish, nice, negotiations, I guess. Let's go.
Thanks.
Very well. Back out a bit, so we can see a little bit more of the map now, because you guys just got in through the some of the more complicated bits. So, let's open this shit up, and you may go through that door if you like.
Which one? I don't want to go out that one. It leads back to the
No.
fucking front door. I want to go out the
Yeah.
other one.
Come on, it's that.
Can we go
They
out
have-
this one?
Yeah, the one Helvig
Or is
just
it-
went through.
No, the other one.
That one is not blocked off either, but Helwa says you want that one.
You ask him why we want that one.
No, you want that, not want that.
Trish,
What's
can
in-
you translate for these people?
What's in that one?
Nothing.
I think we better just trust them.
Okay.
Alright. I know what's in the fucking... Yeah, I'm sure.
Can I make an inside check? I'm just wondering.
Oh, if you like. You actually speak the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I assumed I was going through someone there.
He's distracted,
Yeah.
looking at the
They seem
apparition.
legit.
How high is this?
I fucking lost Smoothie again. Where'd he go?
I can't see anything.
He's
I
gone!
hate this fucking program.
I reckon you touched it. Oh, nah, that's not you.
Found him.
You found
He
him?
shot up into the top left corner. He was hiding in the rock.
I like how you just phase through reality.
I'm not touching anything. Someone else move.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll do it.
Now, I really want to fucking know what was through that door.
I mean, Trish could
why?
ask if you like.
I mean, yeah.
I would, but I feel like we've pushed our luck enough.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
get out of here. Like,
Fine.
How high is the center bit?
17. All right. So I will describe what you'll find. You are in number 4, the Overlook. A 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing
Don't play
overlooks
with
a
this, Tim.
vast temple. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony. So all up, you're talking 60 feet high at the ground level. The walls and ceiling are covered in amber glaze, lending the room a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stand closed at the west end of the balcony. That's the one you just came through, so don't worry about that. A similar pair stands open at the eastern end, so the other side. Yeah, that's what you find there. Looking
What
down, you can see 4 black columns supporting the vaulted ceiling of the temple, at the north end of which stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell, but its face is a void of utter darkness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies, one of which has partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor. In front of an open doorway, the walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Arched hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the west and east. Flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed humble folk and bird folk wizards in pointed hats and golden staves. One of them has toppled over and lies shattered on the floor.
What is it with all these people making fucking statues to themselves? Like, what is with that? So fucking weird.
I would make a statue of myself if I could.
Trish,
I guess I am already.
Nice one.
before you pass through, Helwer
Thanks,
said
man.
to you, that door, Flame Skull,
Self-burn.
not go through.
thank you.
Which door? The one across
The other one, the other option.
The one that I kept fucking saying I wanted.
Yeah.
I just wanted. That's what I wanted to hear. That's
Just
good.
want the clarification, mate.
I wanted the clarification. Yeah. So the doors on the other side. Can I clarify? Sorry, I'm going to go back into Rahama
Yeah.
voice because this
Yeah.
is clearly not a Selenox
Yeah.
question.
Okay,
The
my tongue.
the the squares. What are they?
Squares.
Yeah,
These
are
are
they
10
5
foot
foot?
squares.
10-foot squares. And you said the doors on the other side were open.
Yeah, most of the doors are actually open.
I
All the
should be
doors
able
on
to-
the eastern side are open. All the ones on
So-
the western side are closed, interestingly enough.
So I should be able to see into that room if the doors are open.
The far room over here.
On the far east, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
30,
can,
40, 50, 60. I should have like, I see everything.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
I got like
Um,
300 foot of,
Yeah, yeah, you can see into that. I'll give you
We
that
got
one.
our eyes stabbed.
You
for
got
a
your eyes
reason.
stabbed for a reason. Yep,
yeah.
very well. Let me just...
Titan.
I'm on it. Jeez. God, so demanding. All right. That is the southeast annex. This room is featureless except for a rough-edged 10-foot diameter circular hole which you can see from where you are. So I will illuminate the bits that you can see.
Thank you. That was what I was. Yeah.
There
Looking
you go.
There's a hole. Great. So we don't want the room with the hole, I assume, unless anyone digs it.
Not really
Double doors
interested in
of
that
amber
hole.
stand open to the north and west, but you can't see them.
Until we go downstairs.
Yeah.
Something about
No, no.
oppressive
This is-
darkness.
this is on the
and
upstairs.
us makes us comedians.
A single closed door lies just south of the western set of double doors, but yeah, you can't see that. Basically, all you can
It's
see
the
is the hole.
stress.
Yeah.
It's not that dark around here. It's
No, it's not because you've had 300 feet of dark vision.
anyway.
I swear though,
yeah.
see, this place seems like a good, welcoming place if I was a lich. I'm
So-
just
so-
saying, it's so wide and open.
So I want to know, Helvig, if
Yeah.
you were going to make a sculpture of yourself, a statue of yourself,
Yeah.
what kind of vibe are you going for? Like, look
wanna
at that
know.
guy's face.
Yeah, let's see the
Like,
pose.
fuck.
What's the pose going to be?
Is it going to be? Yeah.
It would appear
Oh no, I
the
don't
big
know
statue
now.
that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually make a religion check, Smoothie.
I'm happy to,
all of
but
you
what
can.
Smoothie was saying was if
Smoothie
Helvig
was-
had a statue, what would
Maybe
the
he was
pose
talking
be
about
of
Helvig.
Helvig?
Oh, I know.
I
I'm
was
just.
talking about the one.
It does
just
raise
trying to
an
move us forward.
interesting point. 11. That actually would be enough in this instance. This is Gesmi.
Scares me scary as fuck. Then.
This is a statue of a popular representation of Gesmi.
It's the darkness.
What are
It
they-
makes it.
It's
It's
makes
the fact
everything-
that you can't see its head
Madness.
is a bit fucking weird.
Why can't I see its head?
None
one
of
can-
you can see its head.
That's fucking weird. So what? Going back to Helvig, what are you going to do a bit of a like thinker pose or like what's that?
No.
Showing your generosity.
Do a
open
bit of gun
hand.
show for your sculpture?
Like, I don't know
probably
why
not.
I'm a statue.
As we're
Probably-
having this conversation, can we
probably
be
like-
walking down the stairs?
Like I'm about to kill a bitch. Because honestly,
Oh,
I tried
yeah.
to kill the Humblewood.
Yeah,
let's be
you
real.
should get Pier in on that shit. You could have a Pier in.
Oh yeah, but like
Yeah.
big Pier, like what he used to be.
What?
Here.
That's gonna be an expensive statue. He was big.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Soot? You want a statue of you at some point? Because, Soot?
And he's nodding. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Everyone, statues for everyone. No ice creams. Statues.
I am.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
Both.
Ah,
Yeah.
I get the
for sure.
vibe, and you drive a hard
I have,
bargain,
like-
mate.
I can't afford a statue, but there might be a surprise waiting for us when we get back home. Or when
Oh,
you get
all
back
right.
home.
Surprises. Let's get it. I love a good. I hope it's weapon inspired.
I'm like stomping this like fire snake because that's what killed me the first time. Yeah, statue like
I'll pass
that.
it on. Yeah.
Smoothie, I don't want to sound sacrilegious, but is that statue chill?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, and Josh, clarify if I'm talking out of turn. This is an aspect of her, just
Yeah.
like Titan has different aspects. Think of them like moods, I guess is the best way. It's a different mood.
Trish, you can make a religion check as well. You'd actually probably be more familiar with this sort of thing than Smoothie.
Sure.
The statue holds a book that, and like the book is on fire. The book isn't on fire, but like it is carved to look like it's on fire. 9, yeah, no. Yeah.
9.
It's unusual where you're from for a spell to be cast on statues generally. Like if they were gonna obscure the face, they'd have a robe or something hiding the face. Gesmi doesn't normally do that. Like that's not normally a Gesmi thing. She's about knowledge, not about obscuring knowledge.
If we get too close to this thing, is it gonna shoot arrows out of the void of its face or set us on fire?
I mean, we can only
Well,
hope so.
I mean, I don't have the trap spell today, but if you're worried about it, you could try and see if
Oh.
it's magical.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a look. and I'm gonna use my detect magic for the whole room, but specifically the statue.
I'm
Magic
saying
awareness.
that this is happening before you go down the staircase as well. Like,
Yeah. Can I want to wander in and look at the hole as well.
Yeah.
Sure. Selenox, as you wander down to have a look at the hole, you walk past the doorway that you would have otherwise come through and notice that, it's just a staircase that comes right down to this landing. You need not have in any way talked to the map edge, but you met some nice folks.
They were all right.
Yeah, they were cool. You go over to the hole. So, Trish, make me, so you use your spell. You use your what is it? What am I giving
Magic
you?
awareness. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet or of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn what school of magic it belongs to. It's not
There
60
is
feet.
some heavy-duty necromancy through the wall to the northwest of you. But within 60 feet, which is about halfway across that square, I will give you that you can sense a spell is active on the head of the statue. It's about twice the distance that you can technically sense, but I don't see any reason why you couldn't sense that. But yeah, there is definitely a spell going on there. You also get the vibe that there may be a magic item or several possibly in there as well.
In the face?
You use the thing.
It's necromancy, guys. Maybe like hug the walls. Don't let it look at you.
The spell isn't.
Oh, it's not?
Let me just check.
Conjuration?
Darkness, right? It's conjuration.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
or evocation, probably.
5e.
Dankness.
All of the
That
stuff
was-
I would normally use I don't have today, guys. I assume we were going into a fight. So.
It
Maybe-
is evocation.
maybe-
You know what they say about assumptions, mate?
No.
I'll tell you later. Don't worry about it.
Trish, it's
understand.
evocation magic, not necromancy. You can sense some necromancy, like over here,
Okay.
but not. But yeah, the what you can sense on the statue is evocation magic.
Probably the flame skull, dude.
Is evocation gonna kill me? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, most
Okay.
magic types can kill you.
I just
Let's
remember
stay away
from like Bennick's like little rundown that evocation was like fireballs and things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the statue's not a friend.
Cool. So, Selenox, you get to the hole. What do you do? It is a hole.
I just look around the room.
It goes down a floor. You can see a space beneath. You looking through, if you are there now, you can see up this corridor as well.
Sweet.
You can see all of this stuff. And narrowly through up there. Which
Ooh.
would be X8. And X8 is the upper east hall. Glazed amber covers the walls of this 20-foot wide, 70-foot long corridor, arched to the ceiling above. The amber doors at both ends of the hall are open. A closed door in the middle of the east wall and 3 arrow slits are cut into the wall across from it. Cracks in the marble floor run the length of the hall.
Sorry, the arrow slits are cut on the inside wall,
Yes.
not the outside wall.
Not the outside wall.
Which... Huh.
They look down over the main temple area.
Yeah, got that.
You can
Intriguing.
see them. Indeed.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go and tell those guys that.
I think while all this is happening, I will just pop on a detect evil and good, which lasts for 10 minutes.
So no one's gone down the stairs yet.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Waiting.
And Selenox, you didn't make any particular noise in that room, did you?
No. Not any more so than I normally
Just
might.
clanking around. You weren't shouting or anything. That's fine.
No, no
Sure.
shouting, just
What's
clanking.
the range on Detect Evil and Good?
30 feet, and it detects aberration,
Uh-huh.
celestial,
Yeah.
elemental,
Fey, Fiends, and
fey,
Undead, right?
fiend, and undead.
Yeah.
And I also know if a place or object within 30 feet of you has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah. You are in a desecrated place.
I was going to say, I'm like, that's kind of moot, isn't it?
Not a massive surprise, I imagine. Yeah. As you go down the stairs, if you do, you would sense an undead through the left wall.
Yeah, which is where they said the flaming skull was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you go down the stairs?
So sure. we could go around. There's a passage over there. Looks like it leads to the landing. But other side of the sculpture. If you don't want to go near the sculpture, you can get around. There's some weird shit going on. Might want to watch those arrows, though. Don't know why you need arrow slits for inside your own fucking temple.
Weird.
Selenox definitely carries a flask.
Everything's kind of a risk here, so.
I made the metal. Boop, 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 boop.
So you are going. So Helvig's going downstairs. Okay, cool.
Suit yourself.
Helvig goes down the stairs.
Anyone mind if
Helvig's
I
going,
go
I'm
around
going.
that way, or we go all together for one and for all?
Willem says,
I'm not going to go down the stairs. I'm going to glide from the top.
Well, yeah, but like.
I'm
going
just
that
checking
way?
if there's doors that we can't see on the bottom floor.
Sorry, Willem.
Willem says, Willem does too. Willem glides as well. He says, I think I actually might be able to manage this indoors. And yes, he swoops down with you. Smoothie.
All right.
Yep.
I guess I'll join then. Just watch those arrow holes.
Well, there wasn't anybody like standing there ready to shoot down from them.
I'm suspicious.
Very well.
That's fair.
And let us now. I'm just going to put you in the bottom floor. To make things super complicated.
Bottom floor.
Elevator music.
So yeah, there you are. That's the bottom floor.
Bottom floor. Going up.
Going down.
Yeah. Bing bong. Have a copy wall back where it's supposed to be.
Away from all your hopes and dreams.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh, so we can see. We can see everything, Josh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can see everything.
Noted.
Well,
so what happens is,
I can see everything.
I'm gonna move you back to the other map actually, because what happens is, as you land down there, each one of you is going to get targeted by a fireball. Fire bolt. Streaking out of the skull, out of the head rather of the
statue.
The statue.
I do it. I goofed. Dan goofed.
I did give you an option to go around.
Yeah. So each one of you is going to. I'm going to roll the attacks in order across the top of the screen. Rach probably misses a 4 on the dice.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna miss.
That is. There would be a reasonably high. Oh, it's okay. It's a 13.
My AC 17.
Yeah. No. Another 4. Jesus. So that again, 13 hit Smoothie, probably not.
No.
Helvig, however, a 20.
I bet it's a natural 20.
It's a 27.
It resolves, Josh.
It resolves.
That hits me.
And
by the grace of my metal body, that hits me.
Doing 17 fire damage. Selenox, a 23 to hit.
Fire.
That's hilarious.
Fireball!
I resist fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits 23.
So
Yeah.
8.
For math, 18 points of fire damage.
Jesus.
And Willem. Willem takes a nat 20.
Imagine he just dies right now.
That would be awkward. 18, 20, 35. Jesus.
35?
Yeah, 35. I rolled very well.
Just
From
see,
a
I'm just
cantrip.
imagining.
As the fireball hits and like Selenox is like, fuck! Selenox is gonna be like, I said we could go the fuck around!
Gwilym has taken 35 damage of his 90. So he is on 65? No, 55 HP. And I think you should probably
That
roll
was my
initiative at
fault.
this point.
Against what?
Oh, I'm gonna stay in my
statue. Man, I can't wait to do some vandalism.
Well, I was going to call it at that point. Actually, I thought that might be a good place to leave it for the evening. But roll initiative first, and we'll see, like, so that we can know for next time.
You know what?
back next
Just
time.
so I am unburdened by my sick inspiration, I'm gonna reroll that.
Good idea. So we
Do I
have
get
an
to keep
initiative.
both?
Yeah. I won't take them away from you just because you haven't used them yet.
Alright, thanks.
Just remember
it
that
was
you have
worse,
to.
so it's 12, please.
All right, Helvig got a 12. Can I get Can I get a D20 in chat, please, for Gwilym?
Willem. No, you need to.
And we have a Helvig. Helvig gets a 12.
18 for Willem.
Selenox got an 18. Gwilym has a +2, so that's a 20 from Gwilym. Trish, how'd you do?
I got a 9.
A 9. Never mind.
Yep.
Trish
2
got
on
a
the
9.
dice. Dreadful.
Movie?
A 12.
A 12. And is your dex better than Helvig's?
4. Plus 4.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoothie got a 12
I
as
am
well.
made of metal.
So Gwilym gets to go first. Not that he can see. And I will also roll for the thing what is attacking you. Wow, another nat 20. You're lucky that I'm getting these out now, really. So
Yeah. Let's hope it rubs
the
off
thing
over the
will
week.
the thing gets to go first, but it already did. It's actually only got a +1, so 21 for the thing. There you go. His name is Nepheron, but that doesn't necessarily help you. So, thank you very much for playing, guys. That which attacked you will continue doing so next week. But I think now it might be time for our favorite moments of this splendid session. I'm going to put our lovely artwork back up. Choo! So that we can have a chat about all the great things that we just did and played and were and was. So this is something we like to do at the end of our streams. For those of you who are joining us for the first time today, welcome. Welcome to your first favorite moments here on Corsair's Cove. Other people do it as well. The Eldritch Scribe are quite fond of doing it, but it all comes from the dreaded GM. That's where we've all borrowed it from. I know a few other channels. Our Dana likes to do it as well. But it's really nice and affirming. So, yes, what a lovely thought. Thanks, Bishop Blood. Fire spread, everybody dies. Well, that was lovely. I'm going to propose, rather than doing me first, we just put me somewhere in the order. How about that?
I mean, Omi said.
Like, if you like, we can, if I'm number 1 on the list and Ro is number 5 on the list, you can just roll for it in chat. So somebody roll a d5 in chat.
That's a good
and
idea.
that determines who goes
Omi,
first.
you should
Omi,
roll,
roll it.
considering it was your idea that got
Exclamation
vetoed.
mark, roll space 5. See whether or not I have to go first. That's totally fine with me. 2! It's Trish goes first. We'll talk about Rachel. So, favorite Trish moments. This shouldn't be difficult. Chat, if you have favorite Rach moments, please throw them up while we flatter Rach. Who wants to go first?
Come on and slam. I go first.
Go do it.
Okay.
Do it. Whip it out.
Yes, I go to sleep.
I can
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, here's the
Everyone was
C,
like,
here's the
thank
C.
fuck.
Bye. I'm gone.
I really enjoyed the rage chat. Specifically, I enjoyed the way that you changed your conversation style. Like Trish changed her conversation style when she was talking to them, but it wasn't like
Not in an insulting way, just...
no,
Yeah.
it was just like you were chatting with it was cute. Sorry, I don't have words today. I've already explained that earlier.
I really liked your path. Are you with me? That was so cute.
Sus.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are currently 2 bought NPCs in play.
Excellent.
For me, it was I have 2, but I'll go with the one that is more relevant at the moment. It was fresher in my memory. I really enjoyed Trish trying to be. What's the only term I can think of is like PC, but like to do with religion. She's like I don't want to offend you, but it's this thing. It was very cute. It was like you were trying very hard not to like hurt Smoothie's feelings. Like, I'm not a Gesme worshipper. I don't care. Like, it was just funny. I was just like, that's I think we've all been there. Just like I don't really know how to voice this. So to be clear, not trying to be offensive, but
Yeah.
Love that.
Bishop Blood says, but really I did enjoy Trish becoming even more religious. Yeah, that was cute. Favorite Trish. Hey guys, can we talk for a second? I mean, no one death is a primary motive. Yeah? Hath is best. Yes. It is named Chet. That little thing. And it's yeah. Rage favorite self. For the reveal of what this is.
Statue to be revealed. What's going? Trish is just like, yeah, this is a religious icon. My god's around. That's interesting. That's just.
I'm
I'm
fine
just
with it.
convinced.
It's cuddling me now. Yeah.
It's great. It's fucking helping me out. It's adorable.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing was getting to sort of revert to diplomacy, Trish, because she's not that trigger happy as a general statement. She doesn't want to kill people, and she will always assume the best until proven wrong. So her getting to be like, no, let's give these barbarians a shot, and then it pays off and they're cool, very vindicating. I loved it, and it was nice to be gentle diplomacy Trish again.
Phoenix says grins in Barovia DM. Yes. I think that's in reference to the tiny little creature that's totally a nice thing.
Waiting for it to be a dick
just
punch.
waiting.
Yeah.
It's cute. It was adorable.
It's cute.
Hold on to that.
Of course, that's what's really going on.
It's still attached to me.
Yeah. Yeah, indelibly now. Jack, did you have another one?
The other
No,
one
so-
was pride in sewing. I always like it when it comes up, you know. And yeah, it was like before it was obviously Smoothie trying to like make her feel better, but now he's just like, yeah, Trish can do ABC, and that's nice. It's nice seeing the characters kind of know what each other are good at and what they're interested in, and having that kind of banter. I thought that was cool.
I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious, that part as well, because Smoothie was totally like, you should do this thing. You're good at this thing. And Trish was like, yeah. And then Helvig was like, yes, you're good at this thing.
I noticed
and Trish
that.
was like, thank you so much, Helvig.
I did notice that, but that is par,
ready to
that
just
is,
like
enjoyed that
that is
a lot.
called
shit,
par
dude.
for the course, is what that is.
Yeah.
I have another one, but is it my favorite moment or is it my not favorite moment? Who are you and what have you done with Trish and magic, huh? Magic from my anger sauce.
It's almost like she multi-classed.
Wow.
It's close.
What?
He'll be trying to kill you next, Trish.
Yes, Omi, she did. She did exactly choose map edge because of Scroungecraft. Then rarely gets to use it in a useful context. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
It's still a basic
Really
racial
cool
ability, but you do use it very
That's
cool.
good.
Tony
you're not
Carlstrom says the
fancy.
stream has been pretty awesome tonight. Wouldn't disagree. Thanks very much, Tony.
thanks, Tony.
It's been a really lovely stream with some very supportive folks in chat as well. Cool. Alrighty. Well, Tony, if you've enjoyed it so much, could you do me the immense favor of rolling a d4 in chat to determine who else we're going to be flattering next?
Oh God, we're lottery today.
Yeah. 4. We're talking about Ro.
Hey.
Okay.
Whoa.
Favorite Ro moments.
Whoa.
Sorry, I doubted myself very briefly when I was saying it, and I remembered that I had in fact chosen the correct name. Cool. Alrighty, Ro. Favorite Ro
first.
moments. Yeah, go on. Do it.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, that seems to be how you have to do it. You have to go. No, it's look. There was so many good Salanox moments, but I felt if I could give any all of you good notes, it would be like the banter was top notch. Like we actually felt like we were like just chatting to each other and actually like, becoming friends. This session it finally felt really good in that one. But yes, the banter between Sal and Smoothie when Jack didn't realize that Salanox didn't know the story about how Smoothie was accidentally racist. And then Salanox bringing it back, just like, not every...
Yeah, it's totally my cousin, mate.
Other people are racist too,
Yeah.
or something.
Hashtag not all racist.
Yeah. And I have a second, but I'll wait.
Yes.
I really liked you talking to Godfrey and asking if it was okay to take the crossbow. I thought that was really
Honesty.
a nice moment. It was
very
really
sweet.
cute.
I loved you, yes, Anding, going up and having a look at his paintings. And then not being able to, like, don't you have any other colors? That was a really lovely comment. He's like, I paint what I see, I can only see black.
What I like about that, because that's what I was gonna say, is that you can see colors just fine, even when it's nighttime.
Yeah. Yep.
And be like, the fuck way would you paint that black and white?
Yeah. It was a really good detail. It was really interesting.
But I guess I'll have to think of another one.
I have a question though, before Dan does, or while Dan does. I assume that was deliberate on your part. Has Selenox not realized the improvement in her dark vision? Or is she trying to ignore it?
No, I think she's aware of it, but she's not trying to call too much attention to it.
Okay.
So when she said the thing about and to some extent it's like, when you just see something and you're like, oh, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
You expect everyone else to see something the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
So so it was a moment for her to an extent as well to realize that that was not the case.
Definitely. Love it. Bishop Blood also says Selenox not knowing that Pierre used to be huge and that not being resolved. Yeah.
One day we'll explain that properly.
Arcane Skullduggery says, I like the fact that you guys were just hanging with a revenant. Those things are no joke. No, they are not.
No, we're just vibing.
Yeah, just chilling out.
Just vibing.
Not
Speaking
everyone
of
in...
vibes, the one that I thought of is you walking through whoever it was it Godfrey, through like the taste of...
Oh yeah, when he's like, when he offers you the drink. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
it was very, very nice. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Ro, favorite self?
I reckon, I don't know, I didn't write a self one down.
Omi says favorite Selenox was her sass cranked up to 11 this week.
Yeah, well, I was enjoying it just in general, the vibe, because Selenox has been kind of dealing with some shit the last couple of weeks, but she feels like she just got a few wins.
Yeah.
And then it was fun to switch back to where it's like there's some play coming through.
Yeah.
And I also thought coming from the Godfrey conversation, because that was a nice conversation where Godfrey was like really he's gone through some fucked up shit and he's been alive for this whole time. So it was nice to kind of start with that. And we got a new crossbow, Selenox, weapons dance. So it was nice to feel like a little bit of the weight that's been on Selenox coming off and some of that banter and fun vibe coming back. So yeah, that was fun to play.
Yeah, I agree completely. Splendid. Well, we need to roll a d3 now to pick between the
other
boys.
thing was her saying "Go team."
Oh yeah, that was cute. Yeah, sports. Can Arcane Skullduggery, if you wouldn't mind, type !roll and then spacebar the number 3. That will generate a random number between 1 and 3 to decide which of the boys gets complimented next.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the boys. And for those who enjoyed this experience in the Humblewood, we will be back on Wednesday night for more D&D in this setting. I hecking love it. It's Dan in the meat space, D-Rab in the cyberspace, and we are going to talk about him now. So, favorite Helvig moments.
Helvig puppet show.
Yes.
I had that too. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yes. Fuck.
I liked how absolutely keen you were to blast something. I love trigger happy Helvig in such a fun energy, just like, all right, go in there and I will be ready. It's so fun.
I'm just gonna say lolling about the statue was fun. I can't. Yeah. There was also one more thing. I can't. It was related to that. It was Helvig saying, I think it was Dan bleeding a little bit, but it was still funny. It was like, I guess I already am. Character voice, and so I said, yes, Smoothie, nice one. So they're just sharing a joke. It's like the stupidest fucking joke. It's like, oh, I'm made of metal. Yeah, good one. But but in a way that is so dumb that it's actually genuinely hilarious. I don't know how else to describe it. It was good.
I got more, but
Omi says,
you got more, dude.
Helvig, the Helvig Buster being held on full charge, ready to rock. Bishop Blood says Helvig turning off Pier and then getting smacked when turning it back on again. Omi says something very hurtful in chat, and Dan can read it at his own warning. Does anyone in the party have the daylight spell? I don't know. I imagine Smoothie has access to it.
Daylight,
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's
there's so many fucking spells I have access to. Most of them are combat or keeping them alive at the moment. So
it'll be very useful at some point.
I bet most things that I could possibly prepare are useful at some point.
Yeah.
There's only so much I can do.
Can I do another Dan? Or
I haven't actually said one yet.
Okay, I'll wait.
But unfortunately, something hurtful, I am crushed. You were wishing him a happy birthday, and you know perfectly well that it was yesterday.
Wah, wah.
I can't believe we missed it, Dan.
It was last week, sorry. I was going to say
it's
turning Pier off and on again. And then just like I will highlight how good Dan is at keeping track of where Pier is, Pier is. Like having that secondary, you're operating two characters. And yeah, you're always really good at keeping in mind where he is, what he's doing. So that was really fun. You utilizing him in that regard. Yeah. Go on then.
My favorite self moment is, and I guess this goes for any time, is when I pretend to be asleep. Anytime somebody's like, "Am I the only one awake?" and I'm just like, "I'm ready to just die." It's just when Trish was vibing with Saucy Statue.
What was the thing that Helvig wanted to talk to Godfrey about? Did Helvig talk to Godfrey about something specific? Well, like, okay.
No, he said. I think Dan was making.
Oh, it was a joke. Yeah. That's right. I would have like, fuck. Yeah.
I also enjoyed the sculpture banter. I enjoyed that straight away. Helvig was like, "Yeah, I want a sculpture of myself." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like OG Helvig, like standing giant above everybody.
Pose.
Would you? Because when you said giant, do you mean the giant flaming guy, not you?
Me? No. I said that like I think his final answer was him like stepping on the fire snake that like killed him, and like Pierre was huge. Like Pierre was himself.
Yeah.
His fire plane self.
All right.
Yeah,
Neldaberry's in chat. Hey, Neldaberry. Good to see you, mate. And Neldaberry will be joining us on Wednesday night. How exciting. For our 100th episode. Sorry,
It was
Ro.
a cool
Yes?
reveal as well, like in terms of like, because the Selenox didn't know about the big pier.
Yeah.
I know some of that shit, but not all of that shit. So it was like a nice kind of like moment of just chatting in like a weird context. But yeah, I enjoyed the sculpture chat.
Yes, I'm excited for Neldaberry to join us, because Neldaberry has not yet played a character in this world. Neldaberry will be the 20th player in this world.
Add it to the list.
Wow.
Playing, I believe, the 29th or 30th player character in this world. Very few people have 2. A couple of people have 3 canon characters in this world. I think Dan is one of them. Dan's definitely one of them. Yeah.
Is it DM?
It's either me or Jack. Let's roll for it. Neldaberry, can you roll a
last one
D2 in chat? Exclamation mark, roll
It's working out
space
very well
the
for
number
Josh.
2.
Right?
Bristlelawn, baby! Exactly.
Next time
He
Omi
rigged
says
this.
DM first, we just
He's
like
rigged this, dude.
That's
He's
so
rigged
funny.
this.
chatbot.
Absolutely rigged.
Okay, I have 2, but one of them is very much Jack, and one of them is Smoothie. So I'll go later because I want to say both.
I love
Down
you,
for
buddy.
that, Omi. I'm down for that. I feel
Okay.
like 4 in the morning for you.
I've gone first earlier, so I'm gonna wait.
I haven't gone first yet. I loved the conversation with Godfrey about, particularly about Terrans, about the nature of the fact that there isn't a Terran Amaranthine. That was a really interesting conversation that I have given some thought to, because there probably is other Amaranthines. They're just not worshipped in the Humblewood. So they haven't been made canon yet, and I should probably go and do that. But I am sort of waiting for the Hit Point Press to release the book, so I don't go counter to what the writers of the setting do. So I have to then retcon stuff or change stuff from my own interpretation of it. Like, Astorials are my thing. They're not in the Hit Point Press's world or version of it. But yeah, a lot of this is my lore that I've put on top of their lore. But yeah, I'm going to be interested to see. But of course, Terrans are homebrew, so there definitely isn't a Terran Amaranth.
Yeah. I thought about that from the beginning when we went with a Batfolk cleric, because I'm like, well, he's not represented, and this is like something I'm intrigued by right from the start. I thought that was an interesting question. So.
Arcane Skullduggery, Amaranthines are the deities of the setting. Need to get on board. I would love to, Neldaberry. I need to get in contact with them and talk about sponsorships and stuff anyway. But yeah, I would love to be involved in the next book, but I believe it's already written. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
On a happier Smoothie note, I loved when you were talking at the little dinner party about your time in Humblewood, and what was it you said? They had daytime rituals and everybody was going crazy. It was so cute.
And they yelled Ardea.
Oh, it was adorable.
Yeah.
My favorite Smoothie moment. Oh no, I just had it. No, come on, recover the thing. Oh, there we go. When you and Selenox like flew/glided, and you were like, "Bitch, okay, I can actually fly."
Just a subtle flex, Just like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Am I
Jack?
allowed to do my 2 now?
Yeah.
Has Jack done his one?
Oh, well,
Have you done
I
one
could-
of yours, Ro? You do one
No.
first, and then Jack gets his own.
No, they kind of need to go together.
okay, that's fine. No, I'll go. That's fine. I give permission if Josh does.
No, this is
Alright,
your
cool.
segment.
As long as you're not going to get offended that
You
I've
do.
allowed someone to go twice.
Sorry, was I allowed? Am I allowed to go?
You're allowed.
No,
I
I'll
think.
go. It's fine. So no, you go at the end because you got 2, right? Yeah.
Them's
Okay.
the rules.
All right. No, honestly, my favorite thing was just, like I said, just getting to banter with every single character, and it feeling natural. Because Smoothie feels like his job is to sort of be a helper and try and keep the morale up, but there wasn't enough trust until now-ish, for that to happen.
Please.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Elvic still doesn't trust me.
Trust?
Yeah. Well, okay, that's cool. I'll just hold on to those healing spells. No worries. But
I mean, I
have
shared
my own
drinks
healing
with
spells.
Telenorm
Wow.
shares drinks with Helvig all the time, and Helvig wants to fucking kill Dad jokes about that too
well, you don't
much.
trust me to do it. Anyway, no, just trust from that. Yeah, look, it felt a lot more natural and cool. So I thought that was neat.
All right, I'm going.
Double bill it. Do it.
Yeah.
So
Double trouble.
the first one I wrote down in the first 5 seconds
Yes, sir.
because it was and this is a Jack moment, but it was Jack's face during the recap, particularly every time Rachel mentioned any of the enemies we were gonna fight. Because Jack's whole face was just going, "This is not fine. This is not fine." This is not fine." And I love that. And then as soon as I said something about it, you were like, "It's fine." It was just
Everything's
that first
fine.
5 minutes, I was just seeing Jack and the the meme with the fire everywhere and the "it's fine." That was what I was saying.
Very
But
much that. Yeah.
in terms of Smoothie,
Mm.
I really loved the moment when we went to fly.
Mhm.
And it was like Smoothie was, and he'd come even in the night, he had that dream and stuff, and he was feeling really heavy. And then there was that moment where I was like, "Come on, kid, let's go," and he just got so much lighter. And the fact that you mentioned the smile was the
Mhm.
first time that we'd seen him smile
Mhm.
for ages, and
Mhm.
it was just a really lovely moment.
Yeah.
And then I feel
Thank
like
you.
it kind of carried through in terms of what you were talking about for the banter and stuff. I feel like some of that lightness from there carried through, which was
But we all lifted each other up. That's what was really cool about it. Everyone was kind of given the good vibes today
Yeah.
to steal a copyrighted phrase from Dan Swalto.
well, and I think that was a nice because we have all had
Yeah, my
some
lawyer's
pretty
gonna come for you.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty heavy stuff going on, but
Yeah.
so it was nice to have the
You
lighter.
can't
but I
find me
enjoyed
because
the
I'll be
flying
lurking. Sorry, I'm done.
That's another
stealing all
one.
of Dan's
Another
shit.
charge I can put in.
Bishop Blood also says Smoothie's moment in the dreamscape with Titan was nice, and
That was tricky.
that the
That was
recap
hard.
was really good.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, I would have said my second one was definitely that in the dreamscape. I was trying to give you a bit, but not a lot. Yeah, because that's as much as Titan can do. But yeah, all right, cool. Well, we've been streaming for a gosh darn while, and that means it's DM favorite moments. I was gonna do
One
it.
in chat.
A 1d1.
1d1, please.
Let's see who we're gonna get.
Can I go first this time because I went last time?
You sure did.
And I don't know if this is Josh or this is the book. Because I don't know shit
just didn't
about the
look.
book.
Sure.
But I love Chet so much because I'm so fucking
Oh, it's not the
intrigued.
book.
Like, I've been intrigued from the moment you first found the like little, and it was a Chet, and then we found another Chet. I was like, what the fuck? And like, and then you've added shit to it today. So DM wise, I'm really want to know what's going on with that. So
I'm
that's
loving
fun.
chat too. Yeah.
I mean,
Love
like,
the number of people rolling a D1 in
Like-
chat.
Ro
It's
is
got-
ahead of the official
it's not clear
process,
enough.
but it's you, Josh.
Yeah, no, I already. Sorry.
Okay,
I'll have
thanks.
a more
That was
substantial
sugar.
one later.
That was the
but,
sugar. I can't.
but for
Yeah.
now, I've got neck drink. As in,
It came through
how
the
you
neck.
drank, and it's like there's the neck thing. I'm just like,
Oh, the drip.
And it-
When he did
just-
try it, it dribbled
just
through
that
his...
little bit of detail that was
Oh.
both charming and gross.
Yeah, it was like
Terrified,
it was kind of a nice moment, and then I got like.
It's just like, it's like, blip. It's like, all right, I'm talking to a corpse. Yeah.
Yes.
Bouncing off of that, having them be like, can you describe the taste to us? Fucking miserable
Heartbreaking.
in the
Let's
best
go.
way. Loved it. It was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Omi actually just said my favorite one. But I'm sure I can come up with another.
Yeah.
Favorite Josh letting that one map patch grandpa pour out one for himself.
Yes!
I
Just
love
shoot
that.
straight through him.
Yeah.
I liked Grim's reaction to it. I'm like, Grandpa! Ah! Waste.
I, oddly enough, actually wrote a quote down because it was so rad at the time.
Oh.
It says, I am not offended, but in your place I would be. And I was like, damn, go off, Godfrey.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Talking about Terran and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tony points out, favorite chat moment was definitely the hype train. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo.
Thank you so much, all of you guys. Everybody who contributed to that. And everybody was just here. It was great. Raised my vibe a lot. Yeah, appreciate the heck out of it, everybody. Any others?
I have a
liked-
second one, but go
I
ahead.
liked the barbarians. That whole thing was fun as hell.
They were cute.
That was great.
I really wasn't like glimpse behind the DM screen. That calm emotions was very good idea. But Trish being the only visible person also handy. Like, you just played it well. Like, the book doesn't specifically say they will fight, but the direwolf is a minion of Strahd.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Let's go.
But you
Oh,
calmed
so
its
then-
emotions.
But then they're
Um,
very cool, you know, when Selenox is gonna be like, sup, I have my Strahd stank.
Yeah,
And I'm
look.
like, yeah, cool.
That's a good point.
And that was a beast of a combat as well. They were 5 berserkers and a gladiator, statistically speaking, plus a direwolf. That would have been a pretty good fight. I reckon you probably would have won, but I was just like, and now they have another long rest.
It would have made
Like-
life a really, really difficult
Yeah,
if we planned to take on a lich that day. Yeah.
yeah.
But instead we're buddies, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
now you're buddies.
I love
They
that.
ain't going in there. They're like, nah, no fucking that. That's nope.
Yep.
Hard pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smarter than they look.
They were my favorite. I enjoyed because I hadn't given them any thought at all, and like I say, always my favorite bit is when you guys force me to make shit up. I enjoyed that the whole like living vicariously. We can't eat or drink ourselves, or if we can, there's no fucking point. I had decided prior, but you guys vibed with it quite hard, so I was like, okay, let's lean in on this a little bit, and made it even sadder. And getting to explore a bit of how sad their story really is. Getting to have that one-on-one with Selenox was really lovely. Godfrey and Selenox chatting that, and he's like, I paint. You want to see? It was, yeah.
That was really nice as well, like giving them something. Because, like, you know, there's obviously like their life fucking sucks. This sucks. But it was nice to give them that thing where it's like, oh, they've actually, you know.
But
they've
didn't
got
it
something.
feel like it wasn't enough as well? You're just like,
Oh, well,
you
obviously,
want to
like-
do more. No, I mean that in the best way. Like, you know, like it was a lovely scene, but you're just like, fuck, I wish I could do more for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking about the colors,
immortal.
actually.
Hmm.
I was like, you want me to get some stuff for your palette? But that's just not what...
Bishop Blood says, "I've never been a woman." Yeah, that was.
Hidden comedy gem.
Unexpected conversation.
Comedy gem in the form of Office, the original British Office humor. Just this almost cringe. You're like, what is being said right now?
And then yeah.
It's like you don't get a lot of
Pockets,
choice
like
when
a scene
you.
later.
Yeah. There was a lot about that came up several times today. I was like, interesting. This was not intended to be thematic. Statistically unlikely, but who knew? Yeah, no. He's probably had like 5 forms. They get a small amount of choice. Like if they're in a graveyard, they're like, I'll probably aim for a male body. But yeah, he tries to remain bird folk as well. But he doesn't always get the option. But yeah,
This body is expensive.
Now I want to play. Sorry, I really want to play Would You Rather with the Revenants. Like, would you rather be a male Mapatch or a female raptor? Go!
What are the standards at this
Oh
point?
my god, it's on when we get back.
Yeah.
Godfrey's dead set response to that would be probably raptor.
Interesting.
There's something about wings. I've been
Red
a male
Bull.
Mapatch.
We're gonna have to pick up some drinks on the way.
Yeah. You have to get into
Drinks
this.
they can't have.
They can drink it. They just can't enjoy it. You just have to vividly describe it every time they drink.
Well enough, they taste it better.
Yeah, and Smoothie's description of the drink, because I really like that. You know, whilst probably of the 4 of you, the person best suited to it is Ro, because I happen to know Ro has a very good palate for wine. But the fact that Jack was like, but Selenox doesn't, so Jack was like, I'll do it. And yeah, I really liked the way you described it. I thought that was
I tried. I don't know what I said. Said something about honey, I think.
Yeah, honeycomb tastes.
Does it matter?
It doesn't really
Honeycomb,
matter whether
that's
or not
right.
it was like what it actually tastes, so much as they got that vibe off it. And it was really sweet. Anyway,
I have a mate who's a som, and she once described a wine as a sunshine in a glass. You can
Sounds like
describe a wine
something
with
I'd write in
anything.
an essay to pad the stats.
I mean, it sells
All right.
the wine, doesn't it?
male Eliran or female Tilia? What's a Tilia, Bishop Blood?
There was another Josh thing, but I forgot what it was. God damn it, we were too busy vibing. Oh, well.
There was some good
lots of good
times
things.
today.
No,
Thank you very much.
Lizard people.
Salamander lizard guys. Oh, those guys.
Oh,
okay.
sorry. I
Alright.
remember what it was. The again, because I love my themes. I love things coming back around. Then you've got like the dude's ancestor, which I'm not sure if you made up on the spot. If you just leaned in, just like it's like
Absolutely.
Grandpa, and I'm just like, poor buddy. like he was having a good day for like 6 hours. It was great.
Yeah. His answer to that one would probably... Ooh, that's really hard. Probably the Tilia, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah, just... Yeah, hard call, though. Do I want fur or scales? Being a bird, I've got some scales. Probably stay scaly. Gender isn't that much of a thing for him. It's yeah. Anyway.
I mean, he made a little bit of a thing.
Sorry?
Emotional damage.
Implied it was a little bit of a thing in the conversation.
Yeah, look, it's preferences, but like, staying feathered is more important than staying male.
Yeah. Priorities.
Yeah. Particularly, and that may or may not have anything to do with the way he swings. Cool. We should probably go away from here because it's been a while. Non-binary monarch, pop off. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, High Rock.
Alrighty, cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We've been streaming for a gosh darn while, so we will go away from here now. But Corsair's Cove will be back tomorrow night. I will be back for a Tactics Tuesday, where I will be having another look at my Wild Magic Surge table. And suggestions from chat are very, very fucking welcome. That'll be 6 p.m. AWST, or an hour before this particular stream started. We are GMT plus 8 here, so 6 p.m. GMT plus 8. Then Wednesday night, episode 100 of Humblewood will be back. 7 p.m., same starting time as this one, same bat channel, same bat time. With the big Viking Mitch, Nelderberry from chat, Matt Randall, and the Mother of Bunnies will be coming for a nautical-themed one-shot, starring good old buddy Nevermore, the super chill wizard who's definitely not an arrogant prick at all.
Why does he get a beach episode and I'm in Stressville?
We could go to the really depressing place's river. There's a river. You want to go to the river?
Been on a beach recently. It just wasn't a very nice beach.
They have a spa.
Well, maybe.
That's
And then on Thursday night, Karen and I will be back for more Dream Daddy Dating Simulator. Then on Friday, I will be over on GaryCon playing with Promethean and Ham the DM and a couple of other folks. That's going to be super exciting, and I'm very hyped for that. It is... Who am I playing with? I am playing with, Ham the DM from Meeples and Dragons, Michele from Fate's Grip, Promethean from OzQuest, Benny from Dice Paper Roll, and Ellen from Roll to Cast. Ellen is going to be the GM, and they are running a Space Cadets Teens in Space game with us. Cool, because I have never played it. And we are starting at 3 p.m. ACDT.
American Central Daylight Savings Time.
Is it? Okay, excellent. Okay, I'll have to figure out what that is here.
Pretty sure.
You're probably right.
I reckon that might be like 3 a.m. here.
Fine, that's great. Not a problem. And then on Saturday, the Mother of Bunnies will be playing in again on the GaryCon.
It's not just you every day.
No. It's the Mother of Bunnies was going to be doing it. This one, that's the second game of the Australian edition of GaryCon, will be GM'd by Matt Briefcase from Split Party.
He's my
very cool. And he is going to be running Avatar, Dan. He is going to be running the Avatar RPG.
Let's
Dan
go.
played Avatar with Matt, and if you want to see the Avatar done, you can see it on our YouTube, because it's there. Matt and Dan played in the Avatar game that Rhythm ran, which was, and this is true, I'm pretty confident, the first time Avatar RPG was ever streamed. Was those guys doing it. We were the ones who previewed their Kickstarter. When it was being made. Well, Matt's going to be running that with Karen, the Mother of Bunnies from here, Jackson from Campaign Coins, Nick, the NVC DM, Ben W. from Tabletop Explorers, and John from Meeples and Dragons. So it's going to be a really cool weekend, and we hope you guys can come and hang out with us there.
Busy.
GaryCon is going to be going to have its own Twitch channel, but I will put links up in the Discord so that people can find it when we go live. That's that. Guys, who the absolute heck have you been? Rachel, who the heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Foucault. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can follow me on various social media at Rachel Foucault, because, believe it or not, that name is never ever taken.
Weird.
And you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. It's a sci-fi book. They're trying to get to Mars. There's a saboteur on board. Read it. It's fun and stuff, and it would make me happy if you did.
No threats?
Mars has no rings.
No threats. I'm feeling diplomatic today. I know.
Creative treasure at large. Exactly, Nelderberry. Trying to remember the order we went in. Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. I'm a Perth-based, thank you, rowing, Q. I'm a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can follow me over on Instagram at Cradventurers to see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears. It's a disco boat!
Party boat!
photos of my travel adventures as well as upcoming projects for me or my rockstar husband as well. I will be here next Monday and the Monday after that, and for a few more Mondays for a while. And I can also be found in Perth if you happen to be in Perth in the Meat Space. In May on the Melville Theatre stage in the production of Quiz, which will be fun.
Splendid. You need to implement !row disco. Yes, party boat. Dan, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I am Dan in the meat space, D-Rep in the cyberspace. I tend to look for the good vibes because I myself am a certified snakes oil salesman. Like, look at this fancy dodecahedron of fate making. Yes.
I
Sell
want
me
one.
this die.
How do I acquire it?
You can acquire it at if you give me your social security number and your credit card details, we can link you to our not so irregular shaped scheme.
Oh. Omi's had a really good idea because we do have a slot for an extra emote now, and we need a Selenox rave emote.
Yes.
Bishop Blood said a Selenox party boat emote as well.
Yeah. The Selenox rowing. And Jack, who the absolute square peg are you?
Hello, I am Jack O'Brien. I do not have a catchphrase, I'm afraid, nor any. I'm gonna have to work on one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to force it though. Like it's gotta be
It
natural.
happens. Yeah.
You know. But you can find me on Twitch and all the socials as Jack Squarepeg, where there is either video games of various things that I'm interested in, or professional game master prep, because that is my job. So if you feel like stealing ideas from me, that's the whole point of this. So come by and theft. So yeah, come by and we can learn stuff together.
I like theft.
There you go.
If it's from me, I'm glad that you told me where my lawyers can find you, though, on social media at Jack Squarepeg.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't exactly lurk when I'm hosting the channel. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, Dan, you're his 100th follower, so
That's true.
I still
you
have.
probably do know where to find him.
It's 99 now.
I still have my award of 100 subscriber.
Wait, did
follow.
did someone unfollow you? Have you
No.
gone backwards?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that Dan was going to take out his frustration.
Right.
Oh, my frustration is not needed to unfollow. That 200th seat is mine.
And the only other thing worth noting in particular life, if anyone is interested, I'm following down Miss Fuka's life path, and I've started writing some stuff.
Marrying Dan? Oh, right.
So if anyone feels like being a beta reader, I'm sending chapter by chapter. There is a complete thing. So if you're in my Discord or just want to read some stuff and give me some feedback, please feel free to do so. It's about a elderly woman who is in a nursing home that isn't very nice. And
is she going to Mars? Maybe to colonize?
I was gonna say, like, is it called the Wings of Lars?
The Blings of Chars.
But yes, I won't
That
spoil
sounds really
anything
cool,
else.
dude.
But there's, but there is. I'm pretty proud of it. So if anyone's keen, let me know, and I'll send it along.
Is there a
I
saboteur?
think I
That's
did.
good.
I think I did a nerd emote on your post, didn't I?
Bless you.
Love it.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'll send it to you. Right, I didn't
Jack
realize.
wants a Dan of his
I
own.
think
We
I
all
did.
want a Dan of our own.
I'll send it to you.
I just have to settle for borrowing other people's sometime. And
that's
Madame, Monsieur, Dame und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, which I run with me lovely lady wife, the mother of bunnies. We do D&D and other RPG-related stuff, and we are branching out into video gaming a little bit as well, but only really just silly things. Although I've been playing a lot more Slay the Spire of late. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff coming up in the next week. It's all there. Karen's probably going to put some up on our ! Socials. She probably should, to promote all our GaryCon stuff. If you want to come back on Wednesday night, we will also be having a giveaway for some really cool stuff, including this beautiful little thing. This is a Corsair's Cove coin, a D2, if you will. made by the incredible folks over at Wooten Forge. Second sneaky plug. Wooten Forge are an amazing creators of WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. This is a beautiful Jarrah dice keeper. You can fit a butt-ton of dice in it. Look at that. Look at all my shiny rocks. And you can put minis in them as well. Head on over to their website, woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, and we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. Guys, you can check out our stuff on our YouTube. If I could spell YouTube, there it is. And you can join us on our Discord. I'm not writing a book, so you can't read my book, but you can read some of the homebrew shit that I make up. That'll be up in the Hung, Drawn, and Quartered on our Discord, and it's been absolutely lovely having all of you, you splendid individuals tonight. And you're such splendid individuals, I want to sort of throw you over to somebody else who I think is another splendid individual as well, that being Des over at the Eldritch Scribe. So we are going to go and raid TES, the Eldritch Scribe. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that is what we are going to be doing, Tony. So we will go and drop a raid on the Eldritch Scribe. They're lovely individuals, very talented players over there. AJ is a lovely player. AJ has come and played on Corsairs Cove, actually. AJ was one of the first people. Yeah, Des is a bloody champion too. Wow. Kingfisher time, baby! Exactly right.
Guess we find out who to assassinate next.
Yep. So we are going to drop a raid over on them. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening, guys. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Des and the Eldritch Scribe where you came from, and we will give them the love like we always do. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye, everybody.